Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy Friday. So glad you're with us. TGIF, right? So we got a great show for you tonight to kick off the weekend as we get ready to celebrate what we do best. It is all about fabulous jewelry. How about some big values as well to get your weekend started? A weekend of savings coming up. We're even going to give you some previews of what is coming up this weekend. I got to say, there are some really special pieces if you love colored diamonds. It's going to be a good one. So we've got very special pieces to premiere for you and tease for you and give you a little sneak peek of. But what's happening tonight in the next 3 hours is really special as well. We're going to see some incredible designs. We've got brand new, really, I would say, probably more brand new tonight than we've seen all week, actually, up to this point. So it's going to be very exciting. This bracelet I'm wearing, oh, does that not look like that serpentine style we're seeing out in the retail designer world? But we did it with about 6 carats in diamonds. That's here, just one only. We've got a zircon special. Been really blowing out some jewelry here by way of blowout wheels for you. So we're going to see that again tonight, where I've got zircons of different colors. We're going to blow those out. We've got some really fabulous affordable rings as well. And we're going to see huge brand new kunzite. I've got the most beautiful mint tourmalines. Have you seen our mint tourmalines? They look like Paraibas. No word on copper content or not, but that's going to save you a bundle of money, but it still gives you the look of, which is very important. And then we do have, okay, there's also a really exotic, very exotic tourmaline that blends 2 colors we don't usually see. We usually actually see it from the sapphire family. We're going to see it out of the tourmaline family. That's a great way to go. So there's a lot of affordable. We do have top of the hours. We will see a round Tanzanite in a bridge tonight, as well as a tremendous golden pearl. We've got a beautiful merengue necklace as well. You know how rare that stone is. And your requests, always let us know. And by the way, speaking of really special pieces in museum, we always like to have a few museum pieces. Let me see if I can get into this one. It should be under lock and key, really, because what I'm about to show you is a cannot miss. I mean, look at that, 14 karat Paraiba. So like I said, we've got that mint tourmaline that doesn't maybe have copper bearing. This one does, and that is the second largest I've ever had in Paraiba. Think about it, 25 years. Now, it's been 21 years that I've been bringing you Paraibas on TV. I have not had a Paraiba this size, except for one time, and it was actually right here at TVON. That stone, the 16 karat, has since been lent out to a museum, so that's where that is. But we have this beautiful, bright, oh, it is the most gorgeous, look at that neon lime green. So that's coming up as well tonight, so we're going to see that and so much more. If you have any requests, get those in. We'll be happy to help you out, find whatever it is you need or you'd like to see. I mean, isn't jewelry a need situation when we got the values we do? I think it is. So you can get whatever you love and whatever you need, and we'll help you out. We'll make it affordable, I promise you. You've seen in the last few shows this week, well, you know how really incredibly affordable we've been making everything. So let's get started with our opal. I'm going to go get our light, and only done it a few times here already, but let's see if I can get that one. Maybe I'll have the magic touch this time around. We'll see. But here we go. It's an opal that is Lightning Ridge black opal and has all those tremendous blues and greens to it, and it is in a platinum setting, and the ad number would be 112-7951. Doesn't mean I have to take off my 14 karat Paraiba. Oh, we'll get to that later, I promise you. Oh, and we have a very special designer Citrine that is just getting the finishing touches on it right now. Oh, look at that. There it is. Thank you, designer Citrine. Love it. So here we go with our opal. This is going to be Lightning Ridge material, platinum setting, 1, 2, 3. That's actually the carat weight. Yes, carat 23 in the size, but that's not where it stops. You've got 15 points in diamonds as well. And awfully excited to have this one on a big discount for you. And get ready, because we got, let's see, we've got one-of-a-kinds throughout the show. Remember how quickly one-of-a-kinds are going to go out to you. So, you know, obviously pieces that have to be made custom from scratch could take a little extra time these days, but not one-of-a-kinds, which is about 95% of what I bring to you on the air. So keep that in mind. We can have pieces right out to you after the sizing, which of course is something we also offer for free. So you get it arriving in your perfect size. And here's what this opal looks like on the hand. How about those larger individual stones? And oh my, I'm sorry, I'm distracted by that. Anybody else distracted by that cuff style bracelet? It is a beauty, and that's a one only. We're going to get that one at home. That's been here before, but it came with a price tag that was one of our heftier price tags we'd ever seen on a bracelet. I'm going to reduce that for you today. But this is the opal, so there's our Lightning Ridge stone. Of course, it's got those distinctive patterns. Every opal will be individual, you know that. But then it's like, what are we looking for? Multiple patterns, multiple colors. Here's our blue base where you see as it moves, look at that green come through. Some of the brightest and boldest and neons. That's what it is, that neon green. And how about that? Big diamonds? How about 4 stones? 2 baguettes, 2 rounds, all setting up within that split shank of that designer style. And there's only one. So come on in. It's on the early side tonight, which means we got to really start the blowouts early so we can continue all throughout the show. That's really the goal and the idea here. So it is your chance to pick up something that is, I'm telling you, it's practically, free. It really is. So here's what we're doing, the $29.99 Opal. It's going under $1,000, and that's because, well, one of a kind on this big Friday night. We're ready to go, and we are so glad to have you with us. Again, thanks so much for tuning in here, especially early. I love our early birds who, you know, again, it's true with shopping. It's so important to be early, especially with one of a kinds that, you know the pieces go, and we got to make sure that everything will because of the price tags. But you guys get the first dibs on the most incredible values and ideas, and this is going to be a lot better than $9.99 or $8.99. I got a better value, and then we'll start in with the brand new, but this is $8.88 to the very first caller. And oh, the peacock ring is here. I always like to alert everybody because it's one of those super specialty, but one that we see so seldom, and we're never making again because, well, it's so opulent and so much gold weight. So if you are a fan of the peacock design, we have the ring, you know, the one with the blue zircon and the pink diamonds. It's coming down to its final low. So that should get a home today. And so that's going to be coming up in the show, as well as I've got so many great zircons of different colors. So it's going to be a great zircon and tourmaline night. And of course, October, just a few, gosh, we're only just a couple, like around 10 days away or so, 10, 11 days. So we've got fall coming up around the corner. That's on the 22nd. Here's our beautiful way to celebrate October's birthstone. One of course, what we're showing tonight, tourmalines and opals, quite a few of the options. Now, here's a color that is just, well, it feels as fresh this year for fall as it did last year. This burgundy bright, here's a stone we don't see all the time. The mounting we had yesterday with amethyst. The stone in this mounting is new today, and it's 112-9297. And of course, call me if you'd like that beautiful opal. But this is our $690, and that is a garnet. I know we see all kinds of gorgeous garnets really frequently on the show, from really rare demontoids and savorites, and you think about all the mandarins we bring, and there's a lot of rare when it comes to garnets. But this is really what I think most gemstone collectors know right off the bat is really a style like this, where it's that red burgundy garnet. So it's a beautiful style. And of course, what's challenging, like so many gems that get a little deeper or richer in color, the challenge is oftentimes how to get enough open color. You're still going to have that natural red tone that's a little bit brighter and richer, but we want to see as much of the reds as possible. And a lot of times they exhibit a lot of brown. And then therefore the stone doesn't look really red from a distance. It looks more like a deep dark, can look almost like it's a dark charcoal or a black color. This is not. This is that bright red, almost like what most people would perceive as a ruby. And it's our $690 with 4 points in diamonds. We'll take a look at how those are set up. There's a couple of bezel set stones there within the floral design of the sides here that is in the white gold. It stays in the white gold, and that's a lovely contrast. And then as it moves, you get to see, I would say it's picking up a little bit of fuchsia color as well. I mean, it's just, again, really that intense color we love, super elongated, slightly fancy cut on this garnet. And here's what it looks like on the hand, so you can see what that's all about. That beautiful mystique of a color where it's really going to show you that brightness, that boldness. Look at the way that all the light just ripples on through and gives you that amazing effect. So that's what we're talking about. Just that really kind of burning ember glow is what it looks like throughout that stone. And yet, what a hot color in fashion it truly is. And it's almost 7 carats. We'll blow it out. It's under $1,000. We'll make it $999 in all that 6 carat 90, almost 7 carat glory that you got there in that red garnet. So really beautiful and very, very unique to see on this show, because usually the garnets we have are something a little tad bit different. So it's, again, we get a lot of the greens and the oranges, and then we get some of those Tavita color changing. And this is really where the family starts. And yet it's going to be really rare in that color and quality. So $9.99. Then we're going to get to, we have turquoise, and I am going to give you, I'm putting on something that's coming up this weekend that is honestly, you know, it's rare and tough when you've been doing this every day for 9 years here. It's tough to create brand new, like really, truly something you've never seen before. And we have it this weekend in fancy colored diamonds, when there's a lot happening in the fancy diamond world. And none of it's really good if you're trying to get it, because between the pricing and the scarcity, it gets really challenging. Well, look what I have. It's just a little preview. You're going to be seeing this throughout the show tonight. I just want to show you there. That is multiple colors of really intense diamonds with a yellow diamond halo around it. That's going to be coming up this weekend. It's one of our prizes. Then we'll have yellow diamond earrings as well. So there are some very cool pieces coming up you do not want to miss. And then I had to show you this. Brand new right now is that Paraiba. It's even, I think it's prettier than some even, because it's a little softer. you know how Paraibas have that neon, and they can be very bright, and they can be very bold, and they almost have that, they have a cannot miss color. Well, this is that softer side of blue and green. So not copper bearing necessarily, out of that new find in Brazil, which is awfully exciting to have here for you. I'm so thrilled we have a couple stones left that you have not seen, because we've loved these stones when they debuted, and there have been really very few of them to go around. So this is exciting to see. Also, it's going to be $92.95. Now, this is brand new right now. Like I said, we'll have a lot of brand new for you throughout the show to give you those values that you're craving and that you love and that you really want to see how we can make fine jewelry really affordable. That's the idea here. So you're getting that now. And this stone, Asher cutting, almost 2 carats in size, but what really ends up looking, I think, like an aqua or a turquoise colored diamond, really, because of how clean it is. When you take a look at it, you see that beautiful clarity. And how about that for tourmaline? You don't see clarity like that very often in tourmaline. You've got it here, and yet it's going to be our carat 86 Asher cut. That is the minty blue green. How about 45 points among 4 individual larger diamonds as well? This is really that classic style. In the white gold is how it stays. There is one, and I know these mint tourmalines, they've been a very, they've been a popular stone here because they're, well, just gorgeous, but also they've been a little on the pricey side, because any new find of tourmaline, especially one out of Brazil, that very well may be, when all is said and done, have a copper content, because I can tell you, can't get real specific on the coordinates of the, what do they call that? The longitude and latitude coordinates of the mining, but because that would be mean, because what's happening is they're still trying to get it. And obviously mining can be it can be a dangerous venture, especially when something's new and, you know, word gets out. So we don't get specific about where in Brazil, but I can tell you it's not far from the OG original Paraiba mine. So that is really important to remember. So if it just comes down to it, when there's enough material in the world to test, we could very well see that that ends up having copper. It doesn't really matter, because what I want you to look at is the beauty of the stone, the clarity of the stone, the fabulous cutting, the way it's casting this amazing dispersion. Casting dispersions is different than casting a dispersion on the wheel, right? And they're very different, and this is a very good thing. So this is a 186, 45 points in baguettes. Allow me to try it on for you. Love these classic, simply stated styles as well. They really just feel, they feel like the upgrade. They really do. It's, you know, there's an important stone in the middle if you're setting it that way, and with those couple of diamonds on the sides, which are going to average out to be close to 12 points or so on those individual stones. And look at how bright they are. And of course, they really line up well with the Asher. And I'm not talking about just literally, but the faceting paired up together, the faceting that's so similar. And yet we're going to blow it out right now on this mint tourmaline. Do we already have someone thinking about it? They're ready to go. I'm so glad, because this is where normally rings like this, in the past at least, have been about $4,999 on a very good day. And that usually requires some kind of sale event. Well, I've got the brand new right now, and I'm not waiting for it to be here a long time before we put it on discount. I'm going to give you a value where you've got, isn't that just, that's what you do. You know, they've got the right idea, Jason. That's obviously a good TVON shopper there. They know you don't wait on pieces that are this special or different, because even though it's brand new, it is what I'm going to give you the biggest value on. We're doing it all weekend long. We've been doing it all week. And quite frankly, we've been doing it all summer. And summer's about to wrap up. And that doesn't mean the values will stop. It just means that I'm really taking these last final official days of summer and really giving you savings like never before. And it's not $49.39 or $29.99. You might as well just say sold now. This is going to be gone in a hurry. And look at how bright white. I mean, those diamonds are huge, bright as can be, semi-bezel set. It means they have that border of gold top and bottom. How about this? I was going to do $28.88. That is my absolute lowest that I'm allowed to do. We can take it even lower right now. If you're ready to shop, I got the values for you. I hope you are, because sometimes you're going, I could shop, I could not shop. Let me just see what's out there. This is the time, and all throughout the show, when you do see something you love, it is going to be go time. It is really, truly about getting on those phone lines as quickly as you can. And watch what we're going to do on this price tag. It's $1,999. That's it. One caller, and it's in the white gold. It stays in the white gold. All we need to know is ring size, and that will be a done deal. So huge value there. What a piece, isn't it? Beautiful color. The minty blue greens, that beautiful brightness, and yet tourmaline being one of the most valuable stones out there, especially when they have any blue-green combination together like they do here, that is really important. So we have the brand new, and $19.99 gets it for you. And of course, we'll have a Tanzanite later in a bridge. Looking forward to that one. If you are wanting the rounds, which are so high-end and elite, we will be happy to show that to you. Again, get requests in too. If there's anything you'd like to see, maybe it's that bracelet that I'm wearing. That's the only one we have in our entire inventory like it. and there's nothing else that even gives you that diamond weight, so it's very impressive. So we will see that, and anything else you need, let me know. All right, coming up, and then this is also brand new. Look at this. Is it Paraiba, or could it be something more rare? With pink and white diamonds down the side. Ooh, look at this. Here's a straight up green, no blues, just greens, but look at that fancy cut. You gotta see this one. That's a really, let's stay with the tourmalines for a moment here. Get you this platinum wider band, east-west set, could be men's or ladies here, but really that stone says it all. Look at that fancy cutting. It is beautiful, and there are a few blues. Really what I'd call a teal tourmaline, because there's those, I would say a few elements there of the blue mixed in. And what a wild value. So 1128773 is our item number. And again, welcome in. Friday night is here. So glad you're with us. And again, it's open to your request, whatever you can think of, imagine, dream up. If there's something specific you're still thinking about, you know you need to have it. But here is the way we get our tourmaline. 271 in the cushion cut. Fancy cushion cut though. That's not like any other cushion cut I have. And I've probably got roughly 5,000 or 6,000 cushion cut stones here. This one being that fancy cutting. 271 set to east to west, and then you've got fingerprints, but also a diamond design that's set pave into the band of the platinum, and it's going to be our 8 points in diamonds. And then wait till you see this on. Now also they do this, it's interesting how they've actually, see how it looks like a little trapezoid that's carved out on the sides, so you can actually see more of your stone here from the profile, but you also get this view from the profile. Look at all that platinum and the inside, and of course the thickness through the back. Here's what it looks like on. Could be a lady's ring, like I said, could be a gents piece as well if you want a pinky ring, also something to consider there. But you see what we're going to do. That's got some bright, beautiful color, and really the more, I would say, the darker light we're in, or the lesser light, you're seeing a little bit more of that teal, even more of those blue greens coming on through. So we've got one. It's new right now, and it's going to find its way. How about that table facet too, where it normally just mimics the outside? Usually a table is going to match up directly to the outside perimeter. In this case, it's like an east to west elongated diamond shape that you have instead. So it really just gives it an extra high level. And the diamonds tucked in the sides, let's blow it out right now. Under $5,000 tourmalines of this size. They get really, really rare. I hope you're ready to get some big savings tonight. I'm ready to give them. I'm ready to be your guide through all of the best in what we can do in jewelry, but also that means quality and value. It's so important to keep that in mind as we rock on through this amazing, amazing night. But here's what we'll do instead of, because I know nobody's going to take $49.99 and go, that's a deal. We expect better, and we don't expect it, we just bring it. That's the other thing. Expectations are one thing. To maybe exceed your expectations on the value is another. And that's what we're going to do right now. $49? No, not even half of that price. $2,500, what a value that is. We're going to make it a little more interesting here and find out who's with us. I know a lot of people like to tune in a little bit later on these weeknights. Understandable considering how early it is. What we're going to do is make sure that we can get some values out of here early for the early birds. Just make those unmistakable values. The price tags are what they are. Couldn't get any better. Let's take it down below $2,000 or 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Maybe we need to take all that big mighty platinum, which only is about a size 5.5 right now, but can be sized, which means we're just adding. If you're getting anything over a size 5.5, you're adding a lot of platinum. And when I say you are, we are. And when I say you are, you're not paying for it, we are. We do all that extra for you. So that's really the beauty of, knowing that it's going to save you some time, it's going to save you a lot of money, and it's really giving you that ease of, the second it arrives, you're anxious to wear it, and you are. No waiting, just start enjoying it right away, and it's not even $1,500 or $1,499. Got a big value here on some brand new. Come on in, because these are the pieces that everyone's going to be talking about and wanting to get a hold of, and all you have to do is dial. So we'll make it even better than 14, 13. I'll blow it out right now for $12.99. Another one of October's birthstones that we're seeing here early. And yeah, tourmaline, opals, all part of October's birthstone families. And yet here we are looking at a $12.99 on a nearly 3 carat big time stone. How about cat's eye chrysoberyl? It's here in that same beautiful lighter green. We also have a big turquoise. I've got a turquoise ring, by the way, in yellow gold, because I know how many of you have been asking. Most of our turquoise lately has been in the white gold. I have found you one ring that's in the yellow gold with our fabulous Sleeping Beauty turquoise, so we'll see that as well. Here it is. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Look at that elongation too of that pear shape. So looking forward to that one. And right now, boom, boom, $12.99. If you're wondering what is that peacock ring I was so excited about, here it is. This is the peacock ring that I know once, now listen, it's not for everybody, and that's probably why I like it so much and why I think a lot of our collectors do as well, is because it totally looks like that ultimate designer high-end. Quite frankly, it looks like something you custom designed is really the kind of look this is giving you. It looks so beautiful, rich, and how about that blue zircon, one of our best. It's not an accident that that stone got in that mounting, because if you're gonna put a carat 19 in white diamonds, add nearly a quarter carat of pink diamonds, you better have a really, really good stone in the center, and we do. And it's that bright turquoisey, powerful color that is blue zircon, looking like what everybody would see on your hand and assume is a diamond, assume, like really, truly, assume it's a big diamond, go ahead. But truth is, it's a little more rare than even diamonds as a category. And these are all mined out, and you can see, I love to set it this way just so you can see the beautiful way that that feather, that peacock feather, we know those are really big, elongated feathers, but look at this. It's wrapping east to west around the hand, so you can really encapsulate all the details of that design, but still make it quite wearable, sitting rather low profile on the hand, so it's not something that's too difficult to wear. Has that wraparound design. I always like to point out we can still center up the stone, but I really like to do it this way. Jog that center stone to one side, so on the other you can appreciate, and you and everybody else can appreciate all those details you have there. So that really excites me. And then of course you've got this new low price, which is 1127073. So I wasn't really going to just fully present it, but I think we should, because obviously this is the kind of piece you show and it goes. It's a show and go. And it really is. That piece that you know enough people have been thinking about, that it's going to find its way with that newly discounted price tag. Now, it is a $435 out of our own private collection. These stones are completely mined out. So that is the, I think we're one of the few places I've not seen them anywhere else. Maybe you have, but I have not. And I try to pay as much attention as I can to every facet of our business, from TV to mom and pops to high-end designer and, you know, auctions and the like, and even museum exhibits. Well, this is very special. And then I'm going to zoom back a little bit, because we are just missing a few of those diamonds in that feather. 23 points in the first pink diamond halo, yes. Okay, so Victor's going to take the east-west tourmaline and the platinum. And then don't forget, we still have the couple of pieces from the start of the show, because, you know, it's always inevitable. The first couple of these are going to stick around for a minute. Opal and also Garnet, the red Garnet, and also that beautiful, beautiful mint tourmaline. But here we are, ready to go on such a stately, stunning design. You'll be the only one wearing it in your neck of the woods. We've only had maybe the ring 5 or 6 times here in our history, and it's 119 in white diamonds. So one of the bigger diamond weights we have in all of fabulous jewelry. And yeah, there's an under gallery to it as well. So even though it's nice and wide, it's still going to be very comfortable when you have it on the hand, as you can see there. And look at that little extra element of the, oh, everybody wants the green tourmaline. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my goodness. We have a lot of people missing out on that green tourmaline. Again, please dial quickly when you do see that piece you love, so you can get it before someone else does, because eventually all the pieces go. So you guys are here early. You get first dibs. As we like to talk about, you have to be an aggressive shopper around here. You really do. You have to be. I'm an aggressive shopper in life. I know you have to be to get the good stuff. As I say, the good stuff goes, and it really does. So again, keep that in mind, and that's why you're here early. But let's make this even better than that $79.99 it used to be. You know, a lot of you have said over the years, do you have the peacock feather pendant anymore? We literally do not. We don't have the peacock feather. It started, and that was I'm talking way back in the early days of TVON, back when you could do such a thing. We would have that. It was about 2.5 inches, almost 3 inches long, and it was a peacock feather in full in a pendant, this big statement style. And it was spectacular, to the point where people are still talking about it today, wondering, is it ever coming back? Do you think you'll ever make it again? And the answer is simply no, we can't do it. It's just it's a discontinued design. But this is the next closest way to get that look, to get that styling, but in a ring. So really just makes it, I think, even a little more wearable, because the feather pendant was a little bit, you know, large for everyday wear. So this just makes it more versatile, and we're going to take it lower than $79.99. First time discounted to this level. And we'll see it out the door. 4,000's amazing, 3,000's better, but I want to take it lower than $29.99, and we will see this one out the door. No question about it, stays as far as the gold colors are concerned, so stays in the rose and the white, and we'll blow it out right now. First caller is going to take it for our lowest price, $24.99. You could melt it down and profit on the thing if you wanted to. Like, you could literally just kind of keep everything, stockpile the stones and the diamonds. And did we figure that all out? All right. Well, our green tourmaline is still gone, but now to Jason's caller. All right. Sounds good. So good news there. The east-west set green tourmaline is sold in platinum. Now our peacock feather ring will be the next to go, $24.99. We'll give it 30 seconds, then we'll move her along and get you ready for a cat's eye and some turquoise. Have a turquoise pendant and ring, and also the very important Really, really good. I wonder if I'm getting my aqua pendant back that I gave to the jewelers. I don't know if I'm getting that back. I do have a brand new kunzite. I can't wait to show you. I do also have a new color change Sphene. I mean, the show is incredible. It really is. The show is a really good one. Like, you know, some shows are better than others. I mean, let's face it. You know that. Even your shows that are like scripted TV, you know, some episodes are better than others. It's just true. Sometimes the lineup's better than others. Sometimes athletes are better than other times. This show's good. Look at that octagonal. It's going to have all, seriously, should we just, do you think it's too early? Or can we just break out? It's like we just let the best of the best break out of the vault here. It's one museum piece after another, but without the price tags. And that is, wow. Probably the single best color change Sphene I have ever shown you. And I debuted these stones to the whole worldwide market back in 2017. March of 2017 was the first time anyone had ever been privy to this material. Can you believe that? Nobody knew of its existence. It hadn't been written about in books or by authors or really even talked about by the world's best gemologists. It is something we brought you here first. Obviously, Sphene had been around. So everyone was like really excited. Oh, Sphene, they're going to, and then we bring out the color change variety that, as out of Madagascar in a private collection, had been held on to for a while, and we were the lucky ones that got to bring it to you all and then deliver the incredible values. Now, since then, it's all been but gone. Now, we had a small parcel, a even more limited private collection come through in the last, it would be 8 or 9 months now, and you're seeing the beautiful stones. Now, pretty much it goes put it up, sell it, put it up, sell it. They don't stick around. This is probably, I mean this honestly, because there have been some gorgeous stones. It's hard not to like this stone. If you're somebody who likes a lot of brilliance and a lot of fire, it's really difficult to not enjoy this stone. But as you take a look at it here and see the color this one has, mixed in with the fancy cutting that it also has, because that is not around, it is an octagonal, so you think like a stop sign. 9291 is the item number. We're going to come in a little closer, but watch as that stone directly up to your eye level. They can sometimes have little inclusions and little surface things and little characteristics going on. This stone does not. And we said it, I'm so glad it fit in the bridge, because what a great opulent way to show it off. So it's our 238 octagon. Come on in, guys. I don't want you to be intimidated by this stone because I know it's one of the ultimate high-end collector stones. We all know that. It carries with it a price tag where obviously certain gems are just more pricey than others. We know that. We know if it's more rare, it should be more money. It just should be. If it's a really high quality, it should be more money. We know that. We know how this works. 238, though, is one of our bigger sizes. Can be done in any gold color. It does have 1 carat exactly in diamonds. But this is really, truly, we talk about stop signs. It doesn't say stop, and it may not be red, but it will stop everybody in their tracks, because all the brilliance you're seeing is not just some like TV magic. This is not some weird kind of filter that suddenly goes on this stone but not on anything else. This is why we say dispersion better than diamonds. And if you collect them, great, this is your new stone. If you are thinking, I really would like to have one because there is something about that color I have to have, this is your moment. Please get on the phone lines early on this one. We just had fights over our last piece, that tourmaline, that green tourmaline was gone so quickly. A lot of people missed out on it. Don't want that to happen here because I have nothing else like it, from the cut to the quality, the color, which is green, but then it changes. Remember, this is a color changing phenomenon gem, so it changes to red. So you got that too. And it is one of our ultimate high level stones. Now, I'm going to show it to you on. We're going to get it out the door, and it should be, well, it's coming with the price tag that it deserves. $12,999. And here's what it looks like from a distance. Oh my goodness, sorry, I had to admire myself a little bit. I had to just stare at it for a minute because it's not even every day I have a stone on like that one. You should just say sold now. What would you like? Peacock feather ring? Who's getting it? Well, that's a really good question. I like to wear this, hold on, I'm trying to pick it up. I like to wear this on the index or the middle because it's so large. So let me actually put it on there. It may not fit, it's only a size 6 right now, but take a look. That's how it would look on the index finger. That's how I like to wear it, just because I think that, now if it were real life, I'm kind of pointing it so you see the details of the feather. If it was real life, I'd probably put the feather on this side so that everyone observing the hand can see most of that. So I really play with it when you get it at home, but I really like it that way. I like it on the outside, but also the 2 larger fingers of the hand, I like it middle and index. So usually where I like to wear that, but it's not too big, at least for me, to wear on the ring finger because I like wearing bigger rings on the ring finger. So it's up to you, but it's a really easy one to size because it's got a really traditional band in the back, as you see there. Yeah. It is true to size because of that traditional band in the back right there. So yes, going to be fairly simple to size there and true to size for you. Now let's also focus on that Tourmaline, that amazing, not Tourmaline, the Sphene. I'm so excited about this value. I'm so excited about what we're going to do. Instead of $12,999, that we're going to make this really outstanding. Who wants it? Anyone thinking about it so far? With all that dynamic color, brilliance, play, fire, brightness, all of it. Scintillation, and then all that comes in a color-changing gem with a carat and diamonds in the bridge. It will not be $12,000 or $10,000 or even $9,875. What if I make it $49.99? Is it going to be gone? You know it will. You know it. Absolutely, no question about it. But here's what we're going to do instead. I cannot believe this is happening tonight. But hey, this is the Friday night you cannot miss. It is that good a show. It really is. And we're just getting started. It's not $49. I'll make it even more affordable. Look at that. You cannot get a better one. And that is not a piece that is an example of what you're going to get. That is the exact one you're going to get. Not an example. It is the exact. One of a kind. And one of a kinds go out with hardly any weight at all. You just probably have to change the gold color and size it, unless you want to keep it in white gold, which I would recommend. Then all it needs is sizing. So not a big issue. You get it lickety split. Most everything I bring on these shows is one of a kind, so you get them quickly as well. That's a beautiful thing. So instead of $49, what if we made it $3,999, or better yet, it's Friday night. We're already halfway through our first hour. Let's make this even more exciting. And of course, the blue zircon's already gone. Now you're getting a chance at this one here. And this is just about as rare as it gets. And I'll go even lower. And then if you like my bracelet, I know a lot of you are asking about the bracelet. It's coming up in the show as well. That's got a new mark down. But this will be even better than 35 or 34 or 33. I am so committed to getting every last piece out the door. And all we can do right now is just give you the best darn price. And honestly, the mounting, the bridge by itself would cost more right now without this 238 magnificent octagonal stone. All the brilliance and beauty of round, but beyond. And that's the really exceptional part of this stone. And let's make it even better. How about $3,299 instead? It's the deal of the day. It really is, and that's why I brought it out so early. And then we've got more on the way. Turquoise pendant and ring. We're going to see a color change Diaspore in a pendant. I've got the 14-karat Paraiba. And by the way, Victor, I've got to ask, who got that stunning blue zircon? Lavanya got it. Oh my goodness. It's been a minute since I've heard her name. I hope she is well. Lavanya, what a great pickup. I'm never surprised when a piece I love is one that she loves, because we do tend to share a lot of the same taste in jewelry. So yay, I'm excited. She'll love it. Thank you, Lavanya. Enjoy that peacock feather. And I'm always loving peacocks because I grew up around them. Well, it makes me think of my grandparents, because when I grew up going to my grandparents' house, they lived in this Southern California community where peacocks actually roam around, and it's a coastal community of all things, so not what you'd expect, but it's a beautiful coastal peninsula here in Southern California that's very remote and feels very cool, very special, and it is a special place. But yeah, it is something like I associate with all my happy childhood memories. All right, so here we go. Let's make it. Is that it? Nobody wants that, Sphene? Okay, well, I'll wait. Let me give it 30 seconds, because honestly, that is going to go. There's no question about it. I know we have a little delay. Sometimes it's a lot of delay to the broadcast. So here's your chance, and we'll make sure somebody is taking advantage of that really, really important idea. Just outstanding. So, really good. Really good. All right, so coming up, we're going to get going here. We got more on the way, and let's take a look at that turquoise. Oh, and let's get to the cat's eye too, because I have a cat's eye chrysoberyl, and then this one will be gone. But there's that bridge, 1 carat exactly, and look at that stone, about as flawless as you will ever see a Sphene get, because they usually, especially the bigger ones, are going to have some kind of inclusions, some kind of characteristic. Not the case there. Here we go with the, this is our chrysoberyl. I like it because, you know, they're mostly opaque. This one's got a translucency to it, almost transparency, and it's 1128710. A beauty here, and that cat's eye, look at how almost blue it is against the green backdrop that you have. And you do have a platinum setting here. 93 points is the diamond, or rather the center stone, and then 43 points in the diamonds. So that's really exciting. And you got a good one here. A really good one. I'm going to make sure this one goes. All right, here's your chance. $19.99 should be. I love the way the cascade of diamonds on one side, double row of big round brilliance on the other. So really, truly remarkable here. And now you get to take advantage of a better price, not $9.99. Oh no, we're going even lower than that. Platinum, remember, it's one of a kind. Pretty much everything I have tonight is. Do I have any exceptions to that? I don't think so. No, doesn't look like I got anything. Oh, maybe the hoop earrings. I got some little hoops that we have 4 of, so I guess I'll take it. But here we are. Instead of 9, instead of 8, I better try it on as well because we're going ultimately low on everything. Here is your platinum. Stays in platinum on this one. Look at that. Even from a distance away, you can really see that chatoyant effect and see how the chatoyancy itself has a little bit of that almost neon blue with that green backdrop, and it's not $8.99. It's not $7.99. We're going to blow it out for $777. That is something special. And then how much longer can I wait till I show this and present it? I mean, that is not going to be long for this world, am I right? The amount of diamonds, and that looks like a $300,000 bracelet. I can't help it, I just got the watch. I just got the watch version. Now mine only has a few diamonds, but that's the big designer bracelet. I'm obsessed with this style. You're gonna really, you're gonna enjoy what we can do. Instead of hundreds of thousands of dollars, you're gonna enjoy how we can make that affordable for you in VS Diamonds. But we do have turquoise coming up. We'll show that full presentation on that turquoise in the ring, which is in the yellow gold. Then also, look at this big kunzite here. Another one of my museum pieces tonight. Look at that. That's a beauty, isn't it? Some neon kunzite there, nice big size. Here comes the turquoise though. So a new price tag coming your way, and this one was hiding out because most of the, certainly most of those big turquoise lately have been in the white gold. So here's something very special, and we will have a turquoise pendant in white if you are looking for white gold, but I know how many of you have liked the yellow and turquoise, myself included. I do enjoy that yellow gold turquoise combo. But it's 8486. We're going to zoom back a ways so you can see what that's all about with that pear shape, and more elongated than some other pear shapes as well. 397 is the carat weight. 13 points of tapered baguettes. They're right there directly east and west to that halo, and then you also have the 38 points in the diamond, split shank included. So total diamond weight there is going to be just about 51 points. So really, really beautiful there. And again, all together looking fabulous, really specialty look here, and we have a great look at it here on the hand as well, which you're going to enjoy. So yeah, you can, I mean, we break it down, but 51 points suffices, but it's 38 and 13. The tapered baguettes are 13, the rounds are 38. It really is just about seeing this also on the inside, so you can see all that great finishing. That's nice to have. Nice finished under gallery there, lots of details. Extra gold, we love it. Don't see it much anymore, but here we are. And then also take a look at this. This is going to be very special. Look at that. That is in the yellow gold, and you can see that it's got that really nice elongation. So there is that bigger size you love. And of course, here it is also. Here it is on the hand. What do you think? Isn't that amazing? Also with the diamonds. And let's make it a blowout price. You saw it last for $4,299. That was actually during our sale. We are going to make this really important. And of course, look at that, almost knuckle to knuckle there as far as just the stone. It's going to taper nicely in the back, so you have no issues with, like, you know, maybe larger and longer from the front, but nothing that makes it uncomfortable to wear at all. And yet, not even $19.99 tonight. One only, like again, everything you're going to see in this show with the exception of some hoops. Yep, this is it. And yet, it's not going to be 19, 18, 17. Here's one of our best, and if you know Sleeping Beauties, you know they're all but unavailable anymore, not just because the mine is closed, but also because the people that do have them are holding on to them. There's a lot of, what would you call it? I would call it almost, I don't know if this applies to the gem world, but might as well. It's a little bit of gamesmanship going on right now with this material because of the way it is so sought after. So naturally, you know, people can kind of create their own supply and demand. If they actually are privileged enough to have it, they'll tend to hang on to it. And then they're creating a bit of supply and demand issue as well, right? Because you know, if it's not something that's available, if the people that have it hold on to it, it essentially is not available. So then you just see naturally that increase in that value, where all gems across the board are increasing in value, that we know. But also you get that really special, again, color purity, meaning there's no matrix, it's not stabilized turquoise, it's that really important all through natural material, and it's $16.99 instead. So a nice big value there. And then also maybe my biggest value on a color of diamond that's over 1 carat with a lot of extras. That's going to be coming up. Now, we do have a few pieces to recap because not everything is gone, which is shocking because the way I've been pricing things, everything from this entire first hour should be gone. So I will recap what we have left from the first hour here, just so you know where we stand. And then again, if you're asking about the bracelet, well, the bracelet is going to be coming up in this show. If you like the ring that's on my right ring finger, that's going to be coming up probably tomorrow. And so we've got a lot of big specials coming up on fancy colors of diamonds this weekend. So if you are a yellow diamond lover or beyond, if you like orange diamonds, champagne diamonds. Speaking of, I've got one huge champagne diamond here that is not for the faint of heart. This is also going to be something that is more unique in the way this is designed and the way this is done. And I'm so excited we get to bring this out to you. Let me see if I can get the little bit of fingerprints off that center of the stone here. It's 112-2907. And it's all done in white and rose. Now, it's mostly going to be white gold. There's very little rose gold, but the rose gold is there to set all of these pink diamonds that go around the edge and then end up wrapping around your 102 center champagne diamond, which is about as elite as it gets. This is really tough to make anything more high-end than this as far as diamond, not just the diamonds themselves, the manipulation of the diamonds, the workmanship and the way they're set. This is a very intensely, I always, whenever I say this phrase, I have a flashback to my early days. There was a gentleman that I worked with very, very, very early on, long before probably you and I met. I was on a very small little network that only broadcasted about 200,000 people at the time. And he said, we don't talk about labor intensive. And he just thought that nobody would understand what that means. And I'm going, well, I think that you're not giving our viewers enough credit because it just is. It's a very labor intensive mounting. And these are the kind of pieces, I know it's easy to look at a ring and go, that's pretty, or that's not, or whatever you think of it. But sometimes when you're listening and thinking about, you know, these are made by hand. These are pieces that there are many, many steps to the jewelry making process, from really selecting the stones first. Doesn't always have to be the first, but it's usually around here. The first step is selecting the stone you want to build a ring around, and then having to design it by hand. That usually starts with a sketch. Then it has to, we do help. We have computers that help aid the design process, CAD drawings, which is basically going to be that step between designing and then making the mold so you can cast the gold, so you can then later set the diamonds and then set the center stone. And that really is a process that I just made it sound very simplified. Every step along the way, besides that computer animation that's done to really get the specifics of how you're going to design it and the make of it, everything else done by hand. That is really something that we can't lose sight of in today's world when most things are not. And yet this is one of those styles that is exactly that, labor intense to say the least. And you have this 102 VS center stone. That's a champagne diamond. Really has a nice core champagne color, almost cognac, but not quite enough red, I would say. And then you also do have 59 points in the pink and 107 in the white. So we've been seeing a lot of big diamond weights already today and loving it. But then we get to the design, this bigger band, the finishing on the inside, even the parts you don't see are well made and well done and incredibly hard to do, which is why we're not seeing this anymore. And here we go. Look at this on the hand. Yep, I can't make this anymore. I think it looks beautiful with our Serpentine bracelet. What do you think? There's just a lot of pave in this bracelet, so I think it would really go nicely with that ring. Another ring you can choose to wear here, maybe index or middle, because it's such a large medallion style. But it also is, well, 268. That's quite a bit going on. 268 in overall diamond weight. Think about where it starts there with that core 102 champagne. Everything in it is natural, from the champagne center to the beautiful pinks that surround it and wrap around the side edges, and you will love it. But it's also one of our biggest values because I cannot make a 1 carat diamond of any color right now under the $5,000 mark. And yet, with all the extra diamonds you're getting here, it becomes under $5,000 only because it's been here a little bit. And when it's been here a little bit, it means we get to play with the price. Make sure that today is its last moment and its last opportunity on the air before it gets its great home and starts to be enjoyed and loved. And that's the idea. So if you're ready, oh, I hope you are. I know we have some diamond lovers out there who are just waiting for that opportunity. And you know what? Even if, I mean, I hate to say this for our jewelers account because they worked so hard on this piece, but even if you were getting it, and this I mean 100% sincerely, even if you were to get this for just simply the champagne diamond that's in the center, a 102 VS round brilliant, it would be a value because it is no longer $49.99. We've got a better value coming your way. Take advantage of it as you can here. This one's coming up in a little bit. Stay with us. I know we're getting a lot of questions about it. Thank you. I will show it to you. It's amazing, and it's going to be coming up. But this is where we get to bring you a major, major, major value on our fabulous, that turning style you love, the pave every which direction, that like wrap around. I mean, it looks like a cyclone of diamonds, and yet it's not even $49, $39, or $29, and that makes it suddenly the best value on a 1 carat diamond at all. But instead it gets to be even better, and we'll take it lower than even $2,500. I'm telling you, this is the one to get. This is the one to get if you want a beautiful handmade custom look. No one else is going to have it. Designed like no other. Not seeing it again in the future. This is the everything ring with all the different design elements that we crave, that we want, that we hope for, that we know is expensive. It just isn't when you're shopping a Friday night discount event like this one is. That's all you got to do, guys. That's all you got to do is pick up the phone and dial in. It can be yours, but it's going to be $2,399. So there goes another $200 just like that off the price tag for you and for one caller alone. That's it. It's all I can do. I've done every last discount we can take. And again, you're getting close to 3 carats in diamonds overall. So not a one you want to miss out on if you are a fan of big diamonds or creative designs or unique styles and structures or something that looks like that. We talk about the rounds all the time, but it's usually in pendants. And this is the way to get that really big round wow factor in a ring, something for the hand. All right, so $23.99, that'll go. Let me remind you about what we have left from our number one, because there are still some amazing pieces that are here. And I know it's early, but listen, everything's gonna go tonight. This is not a show where that piece is not gonna go or that piece, no, they'll all go. And this is the green Tourmaline. That is Paraiba, copper bearing. I told you we brought out museum all night long. That is the 14 karat. That is the largest. It's the second largest I've ever had. It's the largest we currently have in the inventory, is that 14 karat cushion cut green. So it is a dynamic stone. And then we have a quick wheel to get to really quickly here before we get to our top of the hour. Real quick wheel of 4 different unique pieces, all one of a kinds coming up. And then that is going to be gone, just a matter of time. Let's take a look. And this is where, please be quick on these phone lines. This is where I know the wheels lately, the blowout wheels have been something to behold. Here is our emerald, followed by aqua. So far, we got the beryl family represented. Here's our sapphire, this month's birthstone. And of course, here is the ruby. So lots to look at here. We'll have our blues left and right. There's our really stunning green. That is a nice color to a true emerald green there in that pear shape. And then of course, aqua, this being our royal blue sapphire, kind of set amongst 2 different whiter bands here, but of course, all one ring. And then our ruby with that super bright clarity. So all we need to do, and they're all one of a kinds, and they're all in platinum. So I can get you through, we'll walk you through the carat weights here, get you set up and familiar with all these really special, fabulous ideas. And then you got to call me because they're all a blowout price and they are going to go fast. This is how we do on a Friday night, just getting you all ready for the weekend. I know we've got a big weekend ahead. We're so thrilled about this lineup on Saturday and Sunday, and we're kicking it off tonight with the most unforgettable lineup of jewelry. And now we've got all these pieces going out for less than $1,000. Never should be. You know the start prices. They started over $45. Now we're just having to drop these prices even lower. And they're all classic stones. There's nothing up here you haven't heard of. That's what I love about it. But with the classic, it doesn't mean they're basic, because they're all extraordinary examples of what their individual stones should look like. Royal blue out of Ceylon, ruby out of Burma. The aqua could pass for a sapphire. It looks almost like a cornflower blue, but on the right, that is a Sierra Santa Maria aqua. And then that rich saturated emerald in the front, in the center. Which one do we like? They're not even going to be a $9.99 price tag, Jason. I'm glad they've already claimed the emerald. The emerald's 8700. I'll try it on for you. That emerald is already spoken for. It is a teeny size right now, so I apologize. We may need to size that unless you wear a 3, but there it is on the hand. So that's going to be our emerald. The emerald itself is 74 points and 35 points in diamonds. And so that one already may be spoken for here. We've got a new value instead of $9.99. They get even lower. And I know for as familiar as we get with prices like this is anything but normal to see price tags on platinum with great gems that have all been hand selected for you. They wouldn't be here if they weren't a great gem to start. That's where it all begins. Told you that a moment ago. It really starts with the gem. starts with an incredible stone we want to highlight. We want to give it all that extra accessory of precious metal and beautiful diamonds, and we did right here. And they're not going to be $8.99 either, so come on in because they're one of a kind, and we got 10 minutes left until hour number 2 kicks off. I'll make them $888 while they last. Remember, you have a money-back guarantee as well. So you are getting these at home, and then you're deciding if you want to keep it or not. That's a beautiful thing. We're not saying final sale despite where these price tags are dropping. So that's really big too. You have a full money back guarantee. So which one do we like? Jason, you are taking the emerald indeed. All right, that emerald is gone, verified and done. Now we've got a sapphire. Now the sapphire to the left is at 130, so that's a big size stone there. 1 carat 30 in platinum, 10 points in diamonds. The ruby back here is 49. Yes. The ruby coming up next, 49 points in diamonds. It's a 7470 item number here on the ruby. Let's take a look at that one on the hand, also a smaller size currently. That would be our 49-point oval, and it is 55 points in the baguettes and the rounds surrounding your ruby. That's in platinum, one only there, and we are verifying on the ruby as well. Then the sapphire is the big one. The sapphire is the carat 30, and then also we haven't touched on the aqua yet, but the aquamarine on your right is going to be our 128. So similar size to what we're seeing in the sapphire with 21 points in diamonds as well that are actually, look at that, marquise and rounds together doing that trio on the sides. We got 60 seconds with this wheel, $888 per piece, and that's the one you get at home once we size it for you to your perfect size, which I heard someone asking earlier, well, what sizes can I choose from? Is it 5 to 10? Is it 4 to 11? Is it 7 to 9? No, we can do any size, including quarter, half, and 3/4. Yes. Aqua coming up next. You got it. Here comes the aqua. That is item number 1128682. And this one going on the hand. Carat 28. And that carat 28 aqua still bright as can be. Look at that. And then the diamonds, 21 points in the diamonds around it. So that would be our one only on the aqua. So aqua, sapphire, and of course the ruby. Those are the options you have remaining here in our 3888 specialty deals. And then we go back to the wheel and take your last look at them. Last looks, last opportunities, last call. And Jason, who was shopping the emerald over there, I like to thank people. I can't help it. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hi, Wanda. Thank you so much, Wanda. Enjoy. Okay, and so I'll recap what's left from the first hour because there are a lot of good pieces here, and we're not leaving them. They're not here because they're not good. They're just here because not everyone saw them yet. So that's really that's the key here. And then we've got at least, look at this, the fabulous, probably one of the more affordable prices. I think it's going to be tough to top a price tag like $888 tonight. So that's going to be the way to get your rings there in platinum. Love those. And then we're moving along because there's a little more on the way here. Have a really special Congolese. This is that Congolese tourmaline. I flashed this earlier, pink and golden together. Have something coming up specialty for our top of the hour as well. It's a fancy cut in a stone that's really important that we love when we see it. And then also have our last pair of some designer hoops we're gonna see. Last couple of pairs of those coming up as well. Give us your requests if you have any. We are happy to help you. I gotta tell you, you know what, Tony, I'm gonna just abandon the wheel concept and I'm gonna move these aside and show the sapphire up close with graphics because nobody listens to anything I say anyways. It's true. So I'm here to literally just be your hands and just move the pieces from side to side. That's what I do. I'm a glorified hand model is what I am. But this is where I think a lot of people need to see the graphics to understand because you see a little price like $888 and probably think it's a 10-point stone with maybe no diamonds and maybe a little bit of sterling silver around it when it's actually platinum, a carat 30 blue sapphire, and some really important diamonds that are happening on the sides as well. So as we take a look at it, you're getting our 8687 and it's going to be that platinum with the carat 30. You get the 10 points in the diamonds, but they're bigger stones and they make this little floral concept that points into that center, and it is our one only. So hopefully if it's there with graphics and really you can read the details, hopefully it makes it a little bit easier to understand why we're so excited about this value at $888 because obviously that is not a ring that should be $888 when you see a sapphire of that size. I mean, I know that it was so much easier to sell jewelry when I was every other day selling gemstones. And I'll tell you why, because when everybody saw a loose gemstone price and then I did finished jewelry, everyone understood the concept of, okay, I get it. I know what the stone by itself costs, so it makes it easier to figure what the jewelry should cost. Now, obviously, we just have finished pieces of jewelry here, but it does make it a little bit tougher to understand that that sapphire, that carat 30, could be $4,000 or $5,000 on its own. before you set it in platinum with diamonds and put all that extra workmanship into it. So the fact that we have a ring sitting up here with a big sapphire that actually has that really good color, not just that too dark, too navy, the cheaper sapphires are the ones you don't want to touch, and they don't look anything like this. They have that real navy, deep, dark color where you can't even tell it's blue. That's not what we're showing you. Listen, if I had that sapphire, it's not like I don't reject pieces. I reject probably about 5 to 10 items a night because they're just maybe not of the quality that I want to show to you. And so, you know, there's just, why show you anything that's anything less than really premium best? And that is really a special stone there. And the concept of having it set tension in this double band that you're getting here, this is what it looks like on the hand, just to give you an idea of a little bit of size reference here, and seeing that platinum that's done top and bottom. And then of course these, it almost looks like little arrows, doesn't it? Or little arrowheads of diamonds that are pointing into that stone, and a remarkable value at $888. So as we wrap up this hour, there of course is your sapphire. Then here's a look at that ruby close up. Awfully nice to see a ruby like that. That to me looks like a $10,000 ring. And maybe that's just that's the downside of being around a lot of fine jewelry all the time, is you know that's a $10,000 ring when you look at a ring like that and say, well, what's it doing there at $888? It's a Burma ruby, only the very best in the world that you can get. There is no better source for ruby in this world than Burma. So that's already covered. You've got your Burma ruby, it's 49 points. It's set in platinum as all the pieces on the wheel were, but you're also getting those really important diamonds. It's a couple of baguettes and then also the rounds as well. So as we take a look at it here, you can see the blue reds coming through that are so pristine. You get that great look of that lavish blue red. The clarity is what's so remarkable and on point here, is that is a clarity that most rubies do not give. And then you have those really long tapered baguettes, 112-7470 on that one. Got a couple minutes to go till our top of the hour. Can't wait to show you our big fancy cut citrine. When we get citrine here, they are very, very popular. So that is, I had them do something special here with this one, and I don't think it got done. So may not get to do that one tonight, but we'll see. So here we go, guys, $888 on the ruby. All right, last call, and then we go to our aqua, and here comes the aqua. This is the carat 28, Sierra Santa Maria. I still think that is the deepest, richest color we've ever had in an aqua. And it's that oval-shaped stone, 112-8682, and it's a carat 28 with 21 points in diamonds, including the 2 marquise, and then you'll have a total of 4 rounds, and that's in platinum for $888 as well. And if we can help you with any of those, or need any questions answered, or you have any questions, concerns, comments, let me know. $888. All right, coming up. Then we're on our way. Big kunzite is here. We've got a big one to show you later. We also have a really important diaspore and the 14 karat, which is just for fun. Like, this is not the one that everyone's going to say, oh, let me just pick that up. But I will tell you, it doesn't come out on this show unless it's 2 things, quality and value. You know, it's been my mantra for as long as I've been able to do this. Is this going to be, you got to understand, guys, this is a 14 karat copper rich stone. So is it going to be flawless? No. There is no Paraiba that's going to be flawless on any kind of magnified level. This is a 14 karat largest we currently have, and it's got a little of this really, it's a green, but it's so glowy. It's almost like there is a secondary blue. I just wanted to show it to you. It's 14 karats, it's 18 karat gold, and it's got some fancy cut diamonds on the sides. It can be very, very affordable if anybody would like to own it. And it should not be a very, very affordable piece. And it's item number 6542. So the neons, the size, the color, the fancy diamonds, it's just missing one thing. A great place to call home. A finger to sit on and be enjoyed by more than just the wearer. No one's going to miss that stone. Everyone's going to notice it, see it, recognize that color. But to get a beautiful Paraiba, copper rich, stunner of a stone, museum level, look at that from all the angles when you see it on the hand. Of course, this is your up close look. Not everybody understands that this is a magnified view that these cameras give us when you see a piece sitting here on the wheel, on this white backdrop. This is that most scrutinizing view, a view that's far different from what you're going to ever see in person, because this shows you everything. Then let me show it to you on the hand here, because which one? Aqua from the wheel is gone. Thank you. This is what you see. Nothing but clarity and glow and neon shine from that stone when it's moving on the hand. So that is our 14 carater with 39 points and specialty cut diamonds on the side. They're like a trillion, but they have a little modified cutting, and they're spectacular. And then you can see how the color just ripples right on through that stone. It actually is a very affordable opportunity for somebody tonight. As we, I better clear it before the top of the hour, Rise. I don't want everyone to think that everything's going to be $35,000, but it is going to be a lot more affordable than that when $35,000 is not bad at all. You realize we're still, just to put it in perspective, if you have $35,000 to put towards a Paraiba tourmaline in today's day and age, that price tag, $35,000 cash. I don't care if it's on a credit card or if it's in an unmarked black bag. However you have your $35,000, usually that's going to get you half of 1 carat, because we usually see these stones for $70,000 a carat and more. So when you have here, we have a $35,000 price tag on a 14 carat stone that is copper bearing and bright and glowing and neon as can be. That's even better. And that's what we live for. And as we take a look at it here, it is the top of the hour, but I'll say hello in a minute. I just want to finish my thought here on this one so you can really get to understand what this is all about. And it's not going to be $35,000. That's the exciting part. Not 35, not 25, and not 15. Suddenly we're right at $1,000 a carat plus 18 karat gold and a few really big diamonds for nothing. That's how you shop a big Paraiba. Instead, we go even lower, and congrats on that platinum and aquamarine combination. Well done there. Still have our ruby and sapphire, and several pieces to share with you throughout the show here. We've got 2 hours left, but it really begins with this one. And why not? If we're all about showcasing something special at the top of the hour, I can't see a better piece to share with you than a Paraiba 14 carats already at $15,000. I've had the blue greens that are 2 carats that are more. You've seen it, maybe you own it. This one gets to go much, much, much lower, and we're going to send it on out. What a big first hour we've had. What an incredible display of fine jewelry it has been. If you'd like to get this one tonight, and trust me, this will go, just like my diamond bracelet that's so designer, just like everything else you're going to see throughout this show. Our amazing $35,000 should-be ring is so much less and so much lower right now for you. One caller gets it. It is $9,999. Welcome into our big Friday night. We are so happy you're with us because this is the kind of jewelry we're treating you to tonight. This level, 14 karat tourmaline, copper bearing guaranteed, beautiful bright neon green, and it is under $10,000 with the fancy cut diamonds on the sides in those enormous, that's almost 20 points a piece there, and look at that fancy cut. It's like a half moon meets a trillion because it's got a little point to it. So a half moon normally would be rounded like a dome style. Instead, it's got that little bit of a point, and it's $9,999. I know not everything's going to be 10 grand, so don't worry a thing about that. Just have our really important piece here that is under $10,000, and that is actually the best value of the night because value is not about a cheap price. It's about what you're getting for the money, and that there is a huge savings. So just had to show it to you, and welcome in again to our big Friday night. So happy you're here. We have a very important, we have a really important designer ring, and I'll tell you what, we'll just, we'll blow this out real quick because it's fun to see fancy cuts, and we still have a lot to share with you tonight. And if you have any requests, you may certainly, not only I'm just going to encourage you to get those requests in, we're happy to help with all of those, but as we also take a look at our 2-hour mark remaining in our Friday night, and then we're going to really just again kind of preview a few things that are happening this weekend to give you a little idea of why you need to be here on Saturday and Sunday between the hours of 10 and 1 Pacific time. And if you are, it will be it'll be well worth your while with what we're going to show you this weekend as well, especially if you're a diamond lover. So here we go with our citrine. This is a fancy cut citrine, and I cannot get enough of it. I'm going to have them set it a little bit differently. I know they tried, but we were a little limited on time here. I want it a little bit tilted left, that's all. But again, I've already made a note here. It's a really complicated setting because you're working with a fancy cut. 9296 is the item number here, and it's in that yellow gold. And Patricia, we've got your request. Did she see the ring that we had earlier? Okay, she needs a pendant. Patricia, let me flash this real quick just in case you got a hot date on this Friday night. Let me go ahead and show you your request now before we get into the citrine. Take a look at this. Patricia, here you go. This is very similar to what we saw. I saw a ring, of course, we still have our ring here from earlier, which was our octagonal stone in the color change Sphene. Now we're getting to 9235. Let me come in closer. We'll take a look at our 18 karat gold, 3 karat 37. This needs the same adjustment the Citrine needs. It's just a little bit off center. I see it, you see it, we all see it. I will have that reset for you. It just needs a little tweaking where it's just gonna go up a bit in the upper right as you're looking at it. So lower left if it's on your neckline. But here we are with our 337. What we're looking at is the stone. What we're looking at is the diamond weight surrounding it. 43 points in diamonds. It is an Asher cut stone. It is a one only. This would look beautiful with the ring if you need a companion piece to it, just saying. But that is actually our largest. We had a big stone in a ring earlier. This is an even larger stone at 3 carats, 37 in size. All that dynamic brilliance. This is the highly dispersive stone. It's going to be tough to get you anything more brilliant or beautiful than a Sphene. Yet all the other factors we love the dispersion. We love that brilliance, love seeing all those colors. But remember, the green is going to change to red. And back and forth it goes. That's the beauty of a color changing stone. And it's 18 carats solid. We really went all out. And the bail is the entire length that you're seeing there. So see that? From where I'm holding it all the way to the base where that diamond halo begins, that's all for your chain. So you can put your larger chains with it if you wish. You can see the kind of razzle dazzle beauty brilliance it has. Again, it's just, there's nothing wrong with the stone. It's just wrong setting. It just needs to be centered up a little bit. I've already made the note. It's really an easy fix. So here, it's just, I don't want to do it here because I don't have the proper tools to do it. So here's what we can do for you, Patricia, if you love it. And again, 43 points, and I will oversee the process of resetting that stone to make sure that it is done to perfection for you. But here's what I've got for you. It is a $79.99 pendant. I do want to show it to you on the hand, give you that size perspective. It also is fully finished on the inside. So you've got an under gallery. Let's make sure you see the length of the piece. It's always valuable to know that it is 3/4 of an inch from top to bottom, and I'll show it to you on the neckline as well so you can see what that's going to look like here, just to give you, for instance, of that size from a distance away. But there it is, a little easier to see against a skin tone there. And we'll take it back close up and wow you with this value and also show you that under gallery. There's the finishing on the inside, and we'll make it $2,999. And that's it for our Sphene. And remember, we did have a ring and a bridge. That octagonal cut in the diamond bridge, that was here earlier for $32.99 with quite a bit more diamond weight. So very, very nice Sphenes tonight have come out to play. But there is our Asher cut. So a really extraordinary example. And that would be it for Sphene pendants. That is all we have. And again, I know that's asking a lot to look past that setting, but I just want to let you know that obviously that's something that we can easily remedy and rectify for you, okay? So $29.99 on that one, and then we will go ahead and show you a turquoise here. Actually, I'm going to bring out the citrine. Let's do the same thing here. So again, we got to get that level for our jewelers here, but we're going to do that. But this is our Madeira. It's our 720 fancy cut. It feels like that quatrefoil design we see out in designer worlds a lot, but done in metal. This time, the fancy cut and the great design was done to the gem, which is very nice. So an unusual cut for us. And it's all in 14 karat yellow gold. And this is a lot of gold. A lot of mirror finishing to the gold, these little chevrons that tuck in the pave. And then you've got those extra additional pave diamonds top and bottom. So everything's really built to accentuate the cut of the stone. And that's the beauty of it. Now it's only yellow gold, really brings out the bright yellow flashes of the citrine. It is Madeira citrine. And I know whenever we see a Madeira, they tend to go in a hurry. Here's what it looks like from a distance on the hand to see how really, it's a larger ring. Definitely a cocktail style ring, no doubt about it. The way it sits up a little higher, you can see there, just really well done with all that yellow gold. You see all mirror finished everywhere that pave's not. You're gonna get that amazing mirror finishing to that gold. These cutout details, everything's even concave in the sides. I mean, everything is really, every last detail has some nod to the cut. Do y'all see that? That's what's so, I'm amazed at it for that reason. We took the cut, that inspiring cut, and you see even those little diamond shapes to your pave top and bottom, those chevrons, those cutouts, every detail thought of. Those are the hallmarks of great designer jewelry. That's what we live for. And I know that's what a lot of us don't always see, which is why we rely on places like TVON to say, okay, bring me the classics, yes, but then after I have those classics, how do I branch out? How do I make my jewelry collection look different from everybody else's? This is how you do it. And with the 720, there's also a 9-point diamond weight, so the diamonds are really accents, but it's how they're done. It's how they're utilized. It's the beauty they're bringing to give you that very special and unique detailing. So 9 points, yellow gold only. Let's go ahead and auction it off. 0 to start with $100 increments, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be a fun one to see because that is a rich gorgeous ultimate Madeira citrine. That has that extra color where it's not just yellow or golden, it's getting into a bright orangey tone. And that's when you know you get the good stuff in the citrine. So $0 to start and $100 increments just to see who's out there tonight. Might as well. A Friday night is here and we're so honored to have your company with us. It's no fun to do the show without you guys, so it's always a thrill. And each and every one of you that opted to tune in tonight, so appreciate you being here. But that is going to be a no reserve auction. $0 to start, $100 to win it potentially. That's all it's going to take. And don't forget about our 14 karat Paraiba or our ruby or our sapphire. I do have my big diamond bracelet. That's going to be coming up in a little bit. I know we're already getting a lot of questions about it, and I can tell you it's 5.5 carats or so in diamonds and a whole lot of 18 karat gold. Yep, that bracelet I'm wearing is 18 karat solid gold. We got $100. Yes, we're selling it. I had to get an open to know we're going to sell it because then there's no reserve. Do you have how much? 500 has been power bid over here because they're trying to intimidate everybody else from bidding in the first place. I like it. We've got 5. We've got 6, though. They were not shying away. $600, 2 bidders, and they're going back and forth. Looking for 7. Come on in. It's a beautiful mountain of gold that you're getting here. 700. 700's the bid. 7 looking for 8 or more. Everybody can come on in. You just need to be registered to place a bid. You can get registered if you're not already. We don't charge any money for that. There's no subscription fee. There's no monthly fee. There's no extra fee. So many places to shop now. They're like, we'll give you a value, but we're going to charge your credit card every month, right? I can think of 3 places I shop almost daily where I have to pay money just for the privilege to shop there. So it's, yeah, so you might be getting a value, but you're also getting a lot of money charged every month just to shop. So we're just giving you straight up values no matter what. We have $800 now. Thank you so much. Again, the reality of gold, and we know this and we try to stray from it as far as we can. We try to maintain those levels of value you've come to know us for, regardless of what's happening externally in the gold market and the diamond world, but it does need to be said. That is not an $800 ring. If it was, I'd be proudly bringing it to you at $800. But that's not something you can create for $800 because of the way it's got so much of that incredible gold and then that very important 7 karat plus Madeira and the diamonds, and we're at $800 with 1 bidder left. Oh no. Oh well. Well, it was fun while it lasted. It was fun to check and test the audience here, see how many bidders we potentially have. The answer was 2 so far. And it's not too late to jump in because it's not over. And we only have $800. And that's a lot of ring. When you see this again on the hand, yellow gold, I know this one does have to stay in the yellow gold. Very impressive style. What do you think? Gotta go? It will. It's at $800. Will it be? Going for $900. We're verifying now. We'll see if we have $900. Look at how beautiful this is. And again, little diamond-shaped pave here. Little diamond-shaped detailing. Those chevrons on the side. Everything meant to mimic the cut. Everything, because when do you get a cut like that? We've seen designs like it, but not usually a cut like that. So it's really upgrading that already high-level gemstone. All right, 800 going once, twice. Oh no, don't tell me. We're done? All right, that is sold. Congratulations, bye-bye, it's gone. Next up, we have our really special turquoise here, and get ready. I hope we'll get a request or 2 throughout the night. That would be wonderful to be able to help you out with whatever it is you might be thinking about or looking for. I do have a really special turquoise pendant here with chain included, kind of a ribbon design around it. 8,500 is the number. Well done on that one. Thank you on the citrine. Here we go with our 8500 turquoise. It reminds me a little bit of the ring we had earlier. The ring was in yellow. This one's in white gold. And we'll get it gone for you. First caller only. It comes with the chain. Now remember, the chain is also going to be with a couple of diamonds. Got a few big diamonds in your chain. There are 2. So you're going to have a really fully adjustable lobster claw 16, 17, 18-inch chain. We also have the white gold only here and a $2,999 turquoise. Comes a lot lower than that. And we'll make this better than $999. It's a first caller scenario. Jason, you need something? The ring? I don't know. Did that auction, did they bow out? What happened? Okay, so we were at 9 and then they whatever. I think the auction's already over. Sorry. Yeah, we already finished that. Is that what? Yeah. So it's already sold. It's already sold. So $999, $888, $799, none of the above. Let's make this one $777. $777. Lucky number there. and a beautiful, bold turquoise pair with the chain included. Let's show it from a distance away. Gosh, this is a great looking chain too. Couple of diamonds, take it out of, take it off that pendant, wear it on its own, wear it with other pendants as well. Why not? Got 7/8 of an inch to the pendant in its drop. Take a look at it that way. There's your just under an inch. It's like a ribbon of diamonds just going right on around that pear shape, just embracing it beautifully. And how about that pop of color against any other color backdrop or just a skin tone? It just is that bright. This is what we love about Sleeping Beauty. It's bright as can be. Never wavers. Never stops glowing. Even though it's opaque, it's still going to have that great glow to it. So that'll be $777. Back to the wheel we'll go, and then we'll take requests again. Hope we're getting a lot of those in. Let me know what you're looking for. And then we also have some really rare tourmaline coming up. A nice blend of colors coming up in tourmaline. And don't forget about that Paraiba. The 14-karat green Paraiba. Our blue zircon is gone, but also worth reminding you, we have an entire wheel of exotic zircons coming up later. It's going to be our golden and our green and our pink, and they are gigantic sizes. So we'll actually do that in about 15 minutes. We'll have the zircon wheel for the bottom of the hour. We do have a golden pearl, that you don't see very often, a 12 millimeter. Also have a big round Tanzanite in our bridge, same bridge we saw earlier with the color change Sphene. That'll be here. And then let's get to it. Gosh, we have shown a lot of jewelry already. I better slow it down because we don't have much left here. Take a look at this. This is the one brand new. This is like having pad parasha, but it's actually tourmaline as well. So we love our tourmalines, and we know there's thousands of colors. This is the blend of pink and orange together in this lovely design. It's 9286 is the item number on our brand new tourmaline, and it has a 283 size. Then the band, so creative and really a classic, but nice to see that extra additional pink diamond row mixed in with the white diamonds as well. So you get this triple row style. And notice how very large the pink diamonds are. That's going to be 29 points in the pink and another 21 points in the white. All around a 283 orangey pink tourmaline. I know, it's like everyone will probably see something different at home. Depending on your TV and its settings, it's tourmaline. We're doing the zircons in about 10, 13 minutes or so. So we've got zircons on the way at the bottom of the hour. This is our tourmaline special. So really beautiful bicolor here. When I say bicolor, it's mixing the colors, not split like we'll sometimes see in the watermelon tourmalines. This is different. So you've got pink and white diamonds, 29 on the pink, 21 on the white. Shows you there's only one row in the pink. So what does that mean? It means the pink diamonds are larger. It means they are higher end because they are larger individual stones. That is not what we typically see in the pink diamonds. If anything, if you're going to combine pink and white, the pinks are going to be small and the white diamonds are going to be big. That would be the easy route. That would be the easier way to do it. Instead, we went the opposite because we don't want to shy away from bringing the best of the best around tourmalines that give us something special. And that's what this is. Specialty, you better believe it. It's a pink and golden mix. It's one only. This is brand new right now. Doesn't matter. I'm going to discount it anyways. Guys, we're going to have orange diamonds tomorrow. That's what I'm wearing. Orange diamonds and yellow diamonds together. I mean, they're orangey. They're like cognacs, really. They're like every time I move it, I see reds, orange, brown, and every time I move it, it just shifts. Every different color of the rainbow there. So a fun designer ring coming up. But look at that. That's wild. Just beautiful. And I'm looking at a price tag here, and I got to be honest, I don't love it. I'm just not seeing $59.99 in my future on that ring. I don't see somebody picking up the phone and saying yes, and saying it happily, where we want you to be, I want you to say enthusiastically that it's sold. I want you to be proud and excited, not just about the piece arriving at your door and putting it on your hand and wearing it out and about, but really loving the value you got to get it home as well. That's so important. Yes. Uh-huh. Here's the back of the citrine. Here's the back of the citrine we had. Okay, now you've got a $59.99 ring going lower. Huge opportunity, one caller. Call early. That is the key to getting in on anything and everything. You must call early. It just is the only way to get in. And I'm going to make it under $2,000. I was going to do $19.99. Let's save you some extra. Let's keep going. We got to move jewelry on this Friday night. We got about an hour and a half left to do it. So this is your moment. And with the pink diamonds, of course, what are you getting overall? Well, of course, you've got that really, really good diamond weight that's going to get you that really impressive 50 points overall. But it's the way we got there. 50 points doesn't sound exciting until you realize most of that are pink diamonds in bigger size round brilliance, set perfectly matched right down the middle of your band. And it's not $18.99, and it's not $17.99. This is that one only, and I'll tell you, there's blue flecks and lavenders coming out of that stone. When we say two colors together, it's really more than that. It's really unique to see all those different colors come out of one gorgeous, grand tourmaline. Can't get much better than that, and I'm going to take it down to $17.77, and that is for, one caller, one collector. That's it tonight. Got to move some jewelry. That's why these prices are coming down. So if you're going, I don't know what's going on tonight with these price tags, that's what's happening. Got to move a lot of jewelry. Simple as that. We had a champagne diamond earlier, carat plus. It was $23.99. And it had about, well, 3 carats in diamonds overall. Yes. You're verifying on something from earlier. All right. Sounds good to me. We also have our Diaspore pendant we'll show you. Do have a great, you guys have been liking the black diamonds, right? We've got another fancy cut black diamond coming up as well. So this is the new black diamond in the designer ring. Well, 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 look at that. This is a little more than meets the eye here because all the profile is also, wow, look at this. Done in diamonds every which way, both sides. So you get that really incredible, detailed, antiqued almost look. And I don't sell antique jewelry. I don't sell used jewelry. No, 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 no. I am really about just the best of new. But look at that 18 karat gold and a carat 31 in your center diamond, fancy cut, 66 points around it, all 18 karat solid white gold, one only. It's 9252. And this will be the only black diamond I have for you this evening. And it is a really lovely cut because we're not going with the more traditional cuts here. We're bringing a little extra. We're bringing that fancy cut. And look at this. This is a lot of 18 karat gold. How many times do you look at the very back, most narrow point of a band and see that kind of thickness? And then the details of building a ring that's solid within the ring to create this really deluxe undergallery. That's our carat 31 with 66 points in diamonds. I'm going to try it on. It is comfortable. It just glides onto the hand. It feels great. That's an all built-in solid gold undergallery you have. This is the treat, is that from the side angles, all you see are diamonds set into the side profile as well. Everything, these little arches of pave, that detail right underneath your basket in your center. We have one, I gotta blow it out. It's what we gotta do. Doesn't matter if it's brand new and should be $59.99, it's gotta be less. Otherwise, I'm not who you're gonna come to for value. We've relied on each other for the best jewelry shopping experience for 2.5 decades. We're not gonna stop now. And even when it's impossible to do it and the rest of the world, still making it happen. So tell your friends and tell your family and tell everybody else who loves great jewelry, because you know unless you want to keep us your little fine jewelry shopping secret, I understand. A lot of people do, and that's okay. But if you know somebody who needs to get fine jewelry and they're frustrated by what they're seeing out there in the price tags, this is where you arrive. And you're going to be treated to the most exotic and the rare, the fine and the natural, the beautiful precious metals like platinums and golds like you're seeing here. And that's $18K. So it just doesn't get any better. We're going to blow it out right now for $19.99. First caller gets it on the black diamond that's new. So $19.99 only, and we'll size it for you. That's a complex one to size. Trust me, you want us sizing that piece. A lot of times that's why we end up sizing. Not only does it cost us more money and time, but you know what? It's because we want it done right for you. And we know that, 9 times out of 10, if you end up, even if you take your own time and your own money and to get it sized, you're probably going to have it done improperly by someone else because they didn't make the jewelry. So, it'd be almost like taking your Rolls Royce to the Honda dealer to get serviced. You're probably not going to do that. It's just, again, there's different specifications and different parts and different everything. So it's just one of those type things where it's really, you have to consider who is doing the sizing. And so, well, no better person than have the people who made it in the first place get you taken care of as far as customizing it to be that perfect fit. So that's really the idea there. So not only are you getting it done for free, but you're getting it done right. And that's the most important thing of all, I believe. So we have another, I promised you in 5 minutes we're going to get to that big zircon wheel. And we got some of our best. But I can't help but believe that there are a few of you out there who have noticed that Lolo's got a new bracelet. And to that I say, I wish. I am a big fan of this designer who shares my love for pavé. Now, not everything they do has pavé. They started out, when I first got in the business, they were known for cabochons. That's what they did. Everything was a cabochon. Since then, they've really adapted, and they've gotten really more modern with the times, and they're doing a lot of pavé. And right now, the undoubtedly hottest design in the world that is like all celebs are flocking to it is their serpentine look, which this definitely resembles. Yes, Jason, go ahead. Okay, the ring, you got it. Thank you. The Sleeping Beauty ring is gone from earlier. And now here we're going to do the bangle. I've been wearing this. I have no problem wearing it for the rest of the night, but I know for those of you that are saying, I would love to have that bangle, then we're just going to get it at home via a wonderful price tag. This hasn't come out to play very often. It is more relevant now than ever before. It is 112-5036, and it used to be, I'm going to show you because this is not to be ignored. This is, okay, starts at $51,920. My lowest price I've had this on the air for, and there's the total carat weight, is $539. It is $24,999. That's a lot for one bracelet around these parts. Truth is, if you're shopping that in retail, that look, you're spending $300,000. Now, there's a $30,000 watch that only has 20 points in diamonds that has the same styling. So if it goes to show you, and that's really what it's all about, is that this is not going to be yellow gold. I only have the white gold. So that's the first thing. It's only white gold. It's just what you see there. I wish I had another one. I do not. Although I will say, with the way this is done, and for those of you that think it's structural. Yes, it is. It very much adopts that serpentine type of style, almost like a snake without being a snake. It's not really a snake because there's no eyes. There's no real distinct features, but it does, and it's intended to have that look. But this is obviously something that designer lovers, couture lovers, you will know instantly. You don't need to search it or think about it too hard. It's one that's recognizable. And that's what I think, a lot of people who love status, you're going to want those really beautiful, recognizable pieces. So you pay a lot for a name. Well, I'm happy to say it's 18 karat gold and a lot of diamonds at $539. And because, well, already, because of the fact it's not that big designer name, you're saving yourself, I'm saving you actually more than even the, like think about it, the tax on the $300,000 bracelet would be $30,000. We've got you $5,000 and less right now. And then this is going to be that average size. So it really does fit anything between, if you wear like a 7 all the way up to, I think a 7 3/4, you're gonna be good to go on this one. And it could even go a little larger, and here's why. You're probably wondering, where's the clasp? Look at that. It's flexible. All of these, look at that. That same design carries through the back without diamonds, mirror finished, 18 karat. Let me show it on the hand. It'll be a little easier to maneuver it. So you can see it's flexible this way and it's flexible this way. So it's still going to find, because it's all structured inside, but it's still going to find its center and always line up just like this. But you've got even the opportunity where even if you were an 8, 8.5, you could wear it. It's just going to sit a little more like this. And so you're not going to have as much overlap, as much of the bypass. It'll sit a little bit open. So you could go all the way up. That would be like a 9.5 inch wrist. So this is really that flexibility of one size fits most. I would say if you have a teeny tiny wrist, no, don't do this one. It's just, again, let me show you how easy this is. I mean, you don't even have to really do that. Sometimes I just kind of coil it. I love it over some fabric. I love it over a color. But if you want to wear it, obviously bare skin, it's up to you to decide. But this is a gorgeous look and a big time value coming your way. And we don't make this again. We can't produce it another time. This is the one and only here tonight. And I like to just go like this. I mean, truly, it's kind of like our nail bangle, very much so, doesn't it? I mean, I think a lot of you probably thought it was the nail bangle, seeing it from a distance away. It has a lot of the same shape and scale to it, but done up in diamonds. And a newly discounted price. So, and I'm not sure, I've never understood, well, I guess what they're doing is separating these diamonds, because these are the only bigger diamonds here, and then the rest is all consistent sizing. So I guess what they're saying is your carat 03 is there, and then the extra 430 is there. But it's all white diamonds. They're all white diamonds. They're all rounds. It's pretty, straightforward. But it is a new price, and it is for one caller. So this will go in a hurry, and it will not be $10,000. If there ever was a moment to just get that designer style, remember, you're going to see it at home. You're going to feel it, you're going to try it on, and then decide if it's for you or not. That is really what we advise you to do, what we invite you to do, because, you know, unlike during, you know, months and months of sale event, that's the option you have, is to see it, wear it, feel it, try it on, make sure it's the right size and fit and feel for you, and then decide if you want to keep it or not. But when it's under $10,000 for that designer look, when the diamonds are still VS. If you're shopping a $300,000 bracelet, I sure hope you're getting 18 karat gold and VS diamonds, but that's not even really always necessarily true, is it? So here's your option to get under 10,000. We're going even lower. So if you do love this one, and again, one size fits just about everybody. I would just say for those of you that have reached out to me and you said, I'm a 5-inch wrist or a 6-inch wrist, this is going to be too big for you. But if you're like most of us, average sizes, if that works for you, go ahead and take advantage of it, because it's going to work and it's going to be comfortable, and there's nothing sharp about it, even though it has that kind of twisted design here that tails off. That's not sharp, nothing sharp about it. It's meant to look structured. It doesn't feel like it has any sharp edges, or it's not uncomfortable at all. I've been wearing it for hours. Let's make it even better than 9,000. Or $89.99. And remember, it's a lot of 18 karat gold. We don't just base it on a diamond weight alone. You're getting more than diamonds. You've got a ton of gold. An average size bangle that is giving 18 karat solid and yet flexible, which requires a lot of workmanship to do that hinging style so that it can be, I'm not talking about a stretch bracelet. It's not an elastic stretch bracelet. It is not like that, but it has that flexibility. And again, that's where you get that sizing that can be really for most out there. And we're going to do better than 8,000. It's $79.99 to the very first caller, and that will go tonight. That is just nothing better. And we do all kinds of bracelets, but usually it's a tennis bracelet. It's something you've seen, you know, the classics, the line bracelets, the tennis bracelets, the bangles, the bezel sets. This is a high style couture look. And for our diamond lovers, that is the one I think you need to have. And for $79.99, can't touch that with anything in retail. That's a $38,000 a carat diamond weight, and yet $38,000 would have to be applied to $539. So incredible styling here, and yet only just that one. So just had to show that to you. It'll be popping right back on my wrist here, and I will gladly have that on for the rest of the evening. If you have requests, get them in. We are at the bottom of the hour, so I promised you a zircon deal. So here they come. And we're going to show you 3 different colors. Now, our blue zircon from earlier is already spoken for, but I did want to bring you, well, here it is. This looks important. Sometimes a stone just looks important. And that looks important. That is an emerald cut green zircon. Followed by, I have my huge, this is like a mauve pink purple plum. It's got a little bit of a mix there in color. And then this one, I know we've seen before, but we've got markdowns on all of them. I also have this heart shape, golden zircon. There they are, lined up. What a collection. What a trio. What a family of gems to feast your eyes and your collectible tendencies. I mean, if you want a major collection stone, this is it. And golden yellow, that looks like a yellow diamond. They all tend to look like diamonds. I mean, that's one of the things about zircons with their double refraction. But this trio gets to be brought down because they've all been on the year before. They just haven't found their homes quite yet. So now we get to make sure they do tonight. That's the best part about Friday nights, is we get to celebrate the weekend, and that's always exciting, right? Everyone's always working for the weekend, trying to just make it to Friday. And how great is it to celebrate with amazing, amazing gems on discount, on display, collectible as can be. And this is the way we do it for you, and all same price, because even though there's a pretty big difference in the carat weights and the cutting of the stones, we're going to make them all equal in that value. It just comes down to that. Forget about rock bottom, like lowest common denominator, they're going lower than that. So we're going to walk you through some of the carat weights that you have here, and we're going to make them really affordable. Now, the smallest one actually is in the middle. That's that green zircon. So heads up if you like the green zircon, because that green zircon is going to be our 4.5 carat emerald cut, okay? And that's where it's really, really special. And just to be, not to be like, you know, having flashbacks to the Orange County Fair spelling bee days, but TIBLE, collectible. Just, you know, just because I'm a spelling freak. 4.5 carats on this one. So there's our green zircon, and that's going to be our 4.5 carat emerald cut. And then we also have the really special 4 carat 82 on the heart shape. That's going to be our look at that. That's that beautiful bright yellow. That looks like a yellow diamond heart shape. Now, if I had a 482 heart shaped yellow diamond, it'd be somewhere probably like the Smithsonian would be calling us up at 626-626-8700 and saying, can we have that, please? Because I think we need that. But instead, one of our fabulous viewers and collectors gets to own this beautiful piece. Now, also, we have the big one over there on the right side. That's going to get you 1077 on that pink. So moving our way up, 4.5, then of course our 482, then our 1077 on the right, and they're all zircons. Zany zircons, zippy zircons, they all feel like that extra. I think that's such a fun name because even though I know people think it's zirconium, they're not. They're all really giving that double refraction, but in totally unique colors here, and every single one must go. Now, as far as the diamond weights, 115 on the green, another carat 35 on the golden bright yellow, and then you do have a diamond weight. It's a little more delicate diamond weight on that 22 points in the pink, but that's kind of what the trade-off is. Bigger stone, smaller diamond weight. So a really fabulous way to go here, and we're going to make them very affordable. Not even, how about $69.90? Well, that's the price tag. Well, that's not true. $69.69. One was $79.99. I'll have you place your guess as to which one you think is which. But I think we know the sizes, and the sizes might give you a big hint there. That pink being almost 11 carats, really impressive. And again, there's always that beautiful little glow. It's not just the color you're getting from the base color of the stone. It's more than that. It's greater than that. You get those different elements of fire because they're very diamond-like. That double refraction plays to the eye as a fire and a beauty and a brilliance. And they're not $69.99, which is the lowest common denominator price. We get to go significantly lower than that for you. And our first callers, remember, they're all going to actually, we are looking at changing gold color. I can do it on one of, this one's got to stay in the white. This can be changed, so can that one. So got a little flexibility on the green and the pink. The really beautiful yellow is going to stay in the white gold. Let's make sure they all get a home right now under $3,000. It's just a huge moment for collectors. That's what this is. They're not 3, they're not 29. Shall we go even lower? I know we need to. It's a Friday night. Let's move some jewelry. We got 83 minutes to go. Not a lot of time to move a lot of jewelry, and we will. It's how we do it. And welcome in. For those of you just tuning in, I know we're going to have a lot more viewers joining in the fun here in about 20 minutes. We really want to make sure you're braced and ready to go for our big top of the hour. It's going to be a Tanzanite collectible on the way. We've got a big round Tanzanite for you in a bridge. We also have some other great pieces in mahenges and you name it, we got it. So it's going to be a fun night to be shopping as we march on through these next few minutes. But let's get this one, any one of these three at home you'd like. So this is really important to take advantage of. They're not going to be 29 or 28. These are all blowouts. Even back, I know you all missed the summer sale. I do too. But the point is, you're getting better prices now. Because back in the summer sale, they were $69.99 with $700 off. And I know $700 off sounds amazing. But you got to realize those still would have been hanging out at $6,300. And that's not going to work for everybody because, well, it didn't. They were on. You didn't love it. You didn't say yes. I think now that we've taken another, we're getting really, really close here, guys, to taking not just a couple hundred, but we've taken thousands, and we're going to keep on going from 28 to 27. I'm really loving $26.99 for these sizes of zircon. Remember, we had the blue earlier in the round. It's gone. That was in that lovely peacock feather ring. I'm inspired. Now, I know that blue zircon was quite a bit smaller than these representatives up here, but I still want to make them affordable, and I want to send them home to a value that we can all understand and all really understand and get to know. And more importantly, when you see the one you love, please dial in early so you can get yours, because when they're gone, they're gone. Nothing I can do about it to bring them back. These are the zircons that we all want to have. The designers of the world are getting into the zircons finally. I always wonder what took them so long. When the Wall Street Journal came out with an article in January of this year, and they talked about zircons as if they were brand new, which I thought, how ironic, because they've actually been the stone that we've known to date the earth. So they're so many billions of years old, and now designers are acting like they've discovered them, and they're saying, hey, look what we put in our designer jewelry. And that's great that they finally hopped on the bandwagon, but I love that you can get pieces like this here for less and not have to spend really big price tags like those, you know, the 5 and the 6 figures we talk about when we're in designer worlds. Let's make this even better than 26, 25. How about we truly blow them out, make them $2,499 a ring. And I got 60 seconds with them. And then they'll be long gone, long gone. And we have smaller ones. I've got a smaller blue, zircon emerald cut, And I think that's it. That's it on my zircons today. I've got one smaller emerald cut blue zircon. If you'd like to see it, we can share it. If you're missing the blues, I know we had that round earlier. It was gone very quickly. Here you go with the new collectible zircon pieces. The heart shape. Remember, you're getting also big diamond weights around the yellow and the green. You're getting well over a carat in diamonds. Here's the yellow. Go ahead. I've got someone already thinking about 8222. Here's that beautiful yellow heart shape. 482 is the size. Everything goes with that bracelet, of course, everything. But here's our heart shape. That's going to be our 482, just under 5 carats. It's got a carat 35 in diamonds as well, keeping it classic with the double halo and the diamonds down the sides. So that's our golden. Let's try on the green emerald cut. That'll be 6414, and that is giving us even, well, 4.5 carats even there, and that emerald cut glowing. That is specialty. When do you see any green stone do that? Even when I have emerald cuts in emeralds, they're not that clean and they're not that size. So to be able to get a 4.5 carat and then it has a carat 15 in diamonds, amazing, $24.99. And then how about the largest stone of all? The 10 carat 77 pinky plum. There's a little bit of difference here. It's like it's a purple and a pink, and sometimes, well, as it moves, you see right here, shades of golden burst through. I'm seeing a lot of purple and blue off to the side. That's a 1077 pink with 22 points in diamonds. One only. Boy, that's a rock right there. Look at that, $24.99. Back to the wheel, 3 available. Just hoping, propping that heart shape back up for you. And Diaspore is next in a pendant. Eight carats 91 coming up. There's your preview. Kiwi greens, goldens, and champagnes all together. We also have our last call on some really pretty gold hoops we did. These are the matched a ring. Do you see that? The satin finishing with those diamonds set within. Love that little detailed cascade work done throughout the front. It's kind of a fun earring, something we've seen. There's nothing really new that you haven't seen. It's about discounting the pieces that are here. That's really what this show has turned into, one big blowout. Kind of showed you the new in the first couple of minutes. Now we're getting into the pieces that you have seen and just blowing them out for some really ridiculous lows. And I'm talking under cost prices like that one there. Let's get to those gold and diamond earrings. I will keep my zircons. I've got a zircon collection I'm looking to add to. Here is our hoop earring. A hoop different from every other hoop. I know, you expect, okay, it's going to be diamonds and it's going to be gold. And this indeed is diamonds and gold, but doesn't look like everything else. Not the basic inside out style, not the basic, I've seen it, done it, maybe own it, had it in every store. No, this is very different. And all based upon a ring that when I brought out was so popular, we weren't even intending to make a match in an earring and we had to. It would have been foolish not to. The popularity of the band was so high, we decided let's bring out the matching earrings, and it's 1128541, and they have a satin finishing. There's a brushed texture which does not take away from the glow of the gold, but then the diamonds, 2 things at work here: brush finishing and then mirror finishing in the back, but then also the way the diamonds, multiple sizes, all round brilliance, but different sizes connecting the dots, if you will, into the gold. So they have to make a lot of gold to then carve away enough space in that gold to set your diamond so that it's all flush setting. These are really pretty, and they're prettier on because, well, you're seeing the up close just to see how they're made and see the designer elements, but to see them on is everything. Victor, when you get a chance, could you be a doll and turn that thing off? Thank you. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to show you from a distance and show you how this hinges, and this is how it opens up right here. So it's got that nice resistant hinge. I had to give that a real pull to open that up. Straight post, and then it flips right into place. Doesn't actually touch your post, so you're not actually yanking at your post. That's important. And then I'll show you the length they're going to have, 5/8 of an inch, which is really nice. That's a good size that we see some versatility with because that's just under 3/4 of a carat. And you see how they're doing that glow that I know we expect. Why dull the gold? Well, when we say satin finish, it's not really a dull. It may not be high polished, but there's all the glow you could ever want, was your hope for here in this earring, and you're going to see that now from, I think, again, a distance away is going to tell you everything you need to know about how beautiful this is, the way you're still seeing that sheen off the gold. So even though it may not be highly polished like we typically see, you're getting that really beautiful, almost like it has a chatoyant effect, like if we see a cat's eye stone, pretty similar, and then you see those diamonds running right down the middle. We're going to blow them out. This is a huge value. They're really easy on, easy off, so you just do that, flip the post, that's it. Let's go back to the wheel and take a look at them here. And so you can get your hands on one of our last, like I told you, there's only one thing today I got more than one of, and this happens to be it. So this is your chance to pick up the hoop earrings, and we have a couple. It's not like I have 20 or 10, I got a couple, and they're only yellow gold, and you are getting almost 2/3 of a carat in the diamonds as well. And it's going to be going out right now for just, let's make them not $19.99 any longer. Already got one pair gone, thank you. I know a lot of you have the matching ring and are probably loving it. So that's how we start a collection. Sometimes you start with one piece and then come back later, collect as you go. We have 2 pairs already spoken for. Well, guess what? Not $19.99. It gets better. Oh, you're gonna love this price tag. And I would have a feeling these are gonna sell out very quickly because we already have 2 pairs spoken for. Another caller's just entered the chat here, so it means that we are likely down to 1 pair left, and they will not be $19.99 either. Going significantly lower than that, what about $1,500? No? Okay, let's go 14. Let's make it even better. You know what? Final call on those earrings, a retired design. A done deal once they're sold out here tonight, $1,399. There is your completer to the set. If you're lucky enough to have the ring, I know the ring is already sold out. We don't even have the ring anymore, but I know how many of you picked it up on the debut, and another pair is gone. So 1 pair left. We'll give them 60 seconds, and then we'll be leaving those behind, obviously in the form of going out to you, because there's no other way to make those again at that price. Not with that amount of gold. They are just lovely, and they are that wider style. Always nice to see something a little wider now, because we always want presence in our earrings, but so many of you I talk to every day say, I think you look fabulous in those big earrings that you wear, but I don't wear huge earrings. And again, I got to wear big earrings because I'm on TV and you see me from far away, so anything else I wear is not going to show up. It'll just look like I'm not wearing an earring at all. Here's where you get that size, that when you have a more petite, because most of you I talk to want to be 3/4 of an inch or smaller, and that's where you're getting that size, but still get a lot of presence. They still show up. And they still look great because they have that width to them that most earrings don't have, and they have the bigger diamonds. And yet they're not costing a fortune to get because they're only $13.99 thanks to our big discounted price here tonight. So 10 seconds remaining on those. Thank you so much. Don't forget to call in the 3 large zircons. And then we got quite the Tanzanite opportunity coming up. And who was shopping? Thank you so much. Wonderful. That's another name I haven't heard from in a little while, it feels like. Wonderful. Where's she calling from? I thought so. Thank you so much. Enjoyed. That's coming up at the top of the hour, about 10 minutes away. It's our major blue wing. We brought you our last of the Asher cut last night, and that of course did sell. So Asher cut's gone, and now we have a round coming up, and oh, it's a last. I had the weird round last night. It was kind of a wonky cut, so I decided let's just scrap that one. We're going to retool that, and I asked our cutters to recut that today, and then we're going to show you our perfect round today. I feel like it's kind of a nice little addition to a little follow-up to yesterday's round. That's at least how I look at it. So don't forget, we got a few pieces here for you still from earlier in the show, including our 14 karat and also the Sphene. We had the 2 color change Sphenes, both a ring and a pendant, and our really good opal we started the show with, that great looking mint tourmaline with the blues and greens, super clean material. That octagon cut Sphene was amazing. How about this one? One of the larger kunzites I've ever had, coming up right now. We're going to zoom back for this one. I know it's going to need a lot of room because it is a tower of a kunzite. Neon colors, divine. There's a lot of purple to this stone. It's our 15 karat 80 and item number 1129294. Keep calling on those earrings. We still got 1 pair left on the diamond and brushed gold earrings. This is a kunzite. It's an Afghan material that will not fade. So that's the first question everyone always asks. But yeah, but that fades, right? Well, the typical material does. The Afghan material does not. So it's a shame that it does, because also, you know, when you start with a kunzite, it's usually a lighter color, so you never want to lose any color it does have. it's one of those things where you just want to maintain as much. Well, this is that material that does not fade over time, and look at where it starts. Starts with the best and the boldest and the brightest of neons, has that amazing, well, stacks of diamonds. We put 3 baguettes up and down the sides here as well, and I think it looks pretty good. What do you think? Diamond weight on it? 73 points among those 6. So they're huge stones. 12 pointers again. We love those 12-point baguettes. See them more often than not these days. Love seeing that. There's a class and an elegance to a baguette, especially surrounding what's already there in the emerald cut. And this one's gonna go quickly. Brand new right now. It's got all that saturation in the world. We love to see that. Here's what it looks like on the hand, because the size is gonna be quite important here. It's something to reference. It's a little larger ring size. That's not gonna matter. We're gonna size it to whatever you need, but look at that. That's what it does. Because I know we're seeing a few little smudgy wudgies that are on the back of it when you see it up close. Make no mistake, I've never seen an inclusion in a kunzite. It's one of those blessed stones that has clarity across the board, so you don't need to really worry about that. What you worry about is getting color. Color saturation to the max ability. This is it. And that saturation is as good as it gets. And then, of course, it's that do not fade color. And you have those bigger diamonds individually. And that is, look at that. That's what it does. Not giving you any, this is nothing fancy I'm doing to it. It's exactly what happens in real life when you see the way all of those step facets pick up the light. And we get to blow it out. Don't care if it's brand new, still gotta go. It's still gotta go. So how about this one for less than, oh, I cannot do $8,999. We gotta make it better. And it does stay in the white gold, but we're gonna size it for you to whatever you need. And it will not be 8,000 or 7,000 or 6,000. I gotta make sure that these beautiful pinks, there are a lot of pink gem lovers out there, and there's so many varieties you can get in a pink gemstone. But to get pink and purple and bright, bright ultraviolet blues really is the neon. That's the neon at work. And there's really not a lot of pink stones that give you neon, except the merengue. The problem with those is they're usually 20 points. Even today, I've got a merengue, it's a 70-pointer. And that's what's gonna make a little tiny necklace really expensive, because it's a 70-point merengue. Well, that's one way to do it. But you're never going to see a 15-karat 80 merengue. Look at the difference here. This is another pink that's neon, but that's a little bit smaller stone. It's got neons. It's got those purple flecks and those bright reds, but that's a different gem. Here's how you get the big jumbo size, and we're going to make this not even 6,000, 5,000, or 4. I'll blow it out right now under $3,000, $29.99 first caller, and that'll be it. That'll be all I can do to make a kunzite disappear faster than you can say will not fade, because that's the beauty of it. I have a kunzite. I bought a kunzite about a month into my tenure here. That's how enamored I was. I've been around gems a long, long time, and then I get here and go, whoa, that's not like the kunzite I'm used to seeing. Best out there, all from a private collection, and giving you a value now like this. That's the good one. And then don't forget that Tanzanite is coming up at the top of the hour. It's about 7 minutes from now. We'll get to the Diaspore coming up. Great big Diaspore emerald cut pendant. Don't forget about that $539 diamond bracelet. Still here. The big serpentine style of bracelet. Here comes the pendant. Let me know, $29.99 our kunzite. That is such a good one. And those very large 12-point diamonds. Now this. We've been seeing some of those museum stones, and they have found their way out in rings. Now we get to bring you the really good emerald cut in the Diaspore. Check that one out. And this will be item number 1129,155. Let's come in a little closer to our 8-karat 91 emerald cut. 10 points in the diamond weight right above it. Pave, perfection. Okay, that's a good one. And watch it move, because you're going to see those pinks come through. We know this is color changing, so it begs the question, what does it change to? From green to champagne, like you're seeing now, to pinks and purples, like you get a little fleck of as it moves. Really well done. And now we get to bring it on down. This is a closeout deal. The diamond design up top has that ribbon look. That's your bail. And the length of the ribbon is where your bail's at. So use a bigger chain. Use it diamonds by the yard, no problem. Here's what it looks like from a distance away. Oh, this one's so pretty. If you look at that, now it's more pink. Now it's more red. The flashes you see from this stone. Second to none, just under an inch. I will show that to you. Let's prove that point. There's your 7/8 of an inch top to bottom, including that bail. Here's what it looks like on the neckline as well, just so you can see it from a distance away. And there, still now, look at the colors. Different colors coming through. I was saying, I've seen it with so many of our other, even the rings, we see blues. That is not a typical color to see from a color changing Diaspore, but they're like a turquoise blue coming through in addition to the greens and the champagnes and the pinks and the purples and all the lovely colors we see here. And then it just gives you these dynamics. It's like it's a kaleidoscope of colors, and yet it's also less than that $49.99 price where it once was. Let's go back to the wheel and show you what it's all about. It stays in the yellow, not really. Actually, you can change it up if you wanted in white gold or rose gold. Let's do that for no extra money and change up that gold color for you. Not a problem. But it's going to be better than 49. Sure is. We need to move this one, and we will. And if you already are lucky enough to have one of the rings, here's the pendant to go with it. And my, what a set that would make. This is one of those rare stones. The trade show is going on now across the world in Hong Kong. It's the biggest one of the year because it's the international one that everyone gathers. Of course, Hong Kong being close to a lot of the major cutting centers of the world, it is a gemstone hub every September. And yet, given that it's the last major show prior to the holidays at the end of the year, it is a big one. The Diaspores are there. We have our representatives there. The Diaspores are there. They're $4,000, and that's a per carat price on a 1 carat. As they get bigger, the price tag per carat gets larger. Of course it does. That's the way gemstones work. I could say $4,000 and give you an $891, and that's a fair trade. We could just make it $4,000. Just pay the price you would in wholesale for 1 carat, and I'll give you a 9 carat. Set up. Made up in a gold designer piece with diamonds. Or we can go lower. It's going to require that because it's Friday night and it's summer still. We have a couple days left of summer and then fall arrives. And I'm taking this last few official days of summer and saying, yeah, because fall's not here yet. Not technically till the 22nd. We got a couple days to go. So I am taking that last few, the last official few days of summer, and we are rocking your world with summertime values while we still can. Giving you prices of old, discounts beyond the make price, which means the cost to put it together. And it's not going to be $49, $39, $29. Time to blow it out. We got to move jewelry. We got an hour left to go. Let's make it $1,999. And that'll be that. And then our Tanzanite's top of the hour time. It's coming up. Our round Tanzanite, it's finally time to get to the one and only Tanzanite I have of the show. And it's around, we're getting to that point now. We used to see 5 to 10 a show. Then we were seeing about 4 or 5. Now I've got 1 if I'm lucky. And that's going to soon be none. From 1 to none. None a show. I want to make sure everybody has their blue wing block Ds before they are completely gone. That is my mission over the next couple of days here. And we're going to try to do that with this big round coming up. I had a round last night and I loved the color, but the cutting was a little bit off. So I went ahead and moved that aside and wanted to bring out something instead tonight. And I think we really mastered it here. The 269 round that's coming up, about 2 minutes away. So just a reminder, I'm going to show you some jewelry. I was just going to show that. Come on now. Really? The Carat 02 Champagne Diamond. All right. Well, I won't show that anymore. Congrats. Who got it? Well, all right. Well, Lee, thank you so much. I'm going to show you a few pieces that are still available. Since my Champagne Diamond is not, well, we can show you. Good news is we still got some other pieces that are here to share and show really quickly before we get to our top of the hour. So we can leave that $19.99 here. But no, that's going to go probably before long. And then let me do this. I'm going to just set up a couple of rings here. You may have missed, especially if you were just now kind of tuning in to our big Friday night. Look at this. Garnet. Ruby. I think looking at those two together, some might like a garnet better than a ruby maybe. Who knows? True red. How about our blue green, what we call mint tourmaline? I don't know how much room we're going to need, but quite a bit here. I've got a few more rings to add to the mix. Our garnet's our anchor in the center. Blue sapphire band style, but an open band because you've got the sapphire set in the middle here. So ruby, garnet, this mint tourmaline, gorgeous, new find. Love seeing that here. I've got a cat's eye. It's our cat's eye chrysoberyl. That. And then also an opal. And everything up here has been presented already in the show in full. Here's the opal. This is our Lightning Ridge blue green. It's a black opal is what we call it, but it's got the blue green colors quite literally. And then everything up here on this wheel is going to be, well, the only thing of this entire wheel that is over $1,000 would actually be the mint tourmaline that's off to the front right. Everything else on that wheel is under $1,000. So I can walk you through what's what here, but that is a really important display of just some of our pieces that are here. And then of course, let's see, is there anything else I want to show you in this wheel? Is if we keep it under $2,000. I do have this multicolor. This was that pinky golden tourmaline. This one here, that's a nice one with the pink and the white diamonds there. So that's also under $2,000. And then we also, let's see what else. Don't forget we had that beautiful Paraiba 14 carater, but that's going to be what I have under $2,000, and again, most of which are under the $1,000 mark. So I'll walk you through what they are, starting with our black opal. That's going to be our platinum and our carat 23. That's $888. The mint green tourmaline, as discussed, that is $19.99. Then we go to that beautiful cat's eye chrysoberyl. That'll be $777. Our garnet in the middle, that's a big stone. Definitely the largest scale size piece up there. It's our cushion cut garnet, and that garnet is lovely. That's $9.99 for the garnet. And then our tourmaline here, this is that pinky golden tourmaline in the back with the pink diamonds. It's trying to get your attention. It's a $19.99 deal, and our sapphire and our ruby are going to be part of the $888 deals as well. So $888 on a lot of pieces up here, $1,000 or less on all but two, only two exceptions to that. So what a wonderful way to shop, from $777 all the way to $19.99, but everything up there deserves a great home, and they are all one of a kind. So the pieces you see on that wheel are the pieces that are sent right out to you. There's not a lot of wait time. I know some of you are realizing there's going to be longer wait times on pieces that have to be custom made. That is not what we're seeing here. These pieces are already custom made. They stay in the gold color they're in. So those are going to be right out to you. Usually takes us about a day to size it. I always say a day, usually it's a day or less. So meaning that next day after you purchase it. Now we would size it over the weekend and then probably ship it out on Monday for you, because it is Friday, so no shipping on Saturday or Sunday. So that's where, again, these pieces earliest would go out Monday. You'd have it by probably Wednesday of next week. So that's if we don't need to change the gold color or platinum, which again, most of these, well, I don't think there's any one of them that can be changed. So they all will go. And do you have the opal? All right, so the opal I think is going out there. That's in the front row. We're verifying at least on it. And then our last 60 seconds, as we are now into our last hour. Tanzanite time will be next. As soon as we clear this wheel, sell all these pieces out, we will bring you our Tanzanite opportunity in the round. I know y'all anxious for it. Me too. Very excited about it. Jason, you taking the opal over there? Yes. Okay, so the opal is gone. Congratulations on the opal. And then I can bring this tourmaline up front, because that one deserves a front row spot, doesn't it? So the opal for you, Jason, that was 112-7951. Let me know who wants what. We're giving it 60 seconds, and I'll come in even a little bit closer on all of the pieces you see here to give you a better look, and then it's Tansy time. There is a copper-bearing tourmaline. I do. We've got a big copper-bearing tourmaline as well. And a golden pearl and the merengue necklace, and then a few other assorted pieces that are one-of-a-kind closeouts for you. We'll see those as well tonight before we go. But it is time to let us know what you'd like to see up on this wheel. Do you want to see something on the hand, or maybe get a full, like a little mini presentation on it? We can do that too if you missed those presentations earlier this evening. Okay, so thanks everybody so much for being with us tonight. We've got about 15 seconds or so here to help you out on those enormously pretty pieces, all discounted. And again, two of them are $19.99. That would be the front and center there in the pink, and then also that mint green. It's a blue-green tourmaline, very clean Asher cut, out of Brazil, the new find. That's your front right. That's going to be $19.99, as well as its pink tourmaline counterpart in the front center. Everything else behind it, the garnet, the sapphire, the ruby, and the cat's eye chrysoberyl, they are all under $1,000. It still never ceases to amaze what we're doing on the values to make jewelry incredibly affordable against all odds as well, against all odds. Okay, let's find out if we have a Tanzanite lover in our midst tonight, shall we? Cat's eye, mint, love that pink tourmaline, the garnet. This is the ruby, and here is the sapphire. And it gets us ready and makes room for, wow, one ring can just overtake the whole stage, can't it? Amazing how that just comes in and just dominates. Look at that. The big round is here. Something of incredible quality, beauty, and rarity. And that's what we can never, ever forget about these Tanzanites is how rare they are. And as much as we've been frequently seeing them over the course of the last 7 years or so, you don't get to see them very often going forward because they're almost completely done. And once our museum reserve collection is completely done, and I would say mined out, but that happened a long time ago, when they're completely sold out from our own TVON collection, no hope of getting any more. It means likely no Tanzanite coming to our show after the museum reserves are through. That is the reality of the situation. And I apologize that we don't have more. I really don't know if we're going to bring you that lower quality block C material. I don't think we're really ready for that. I don't think anyone's here to see that. I think after you see the best, sometimes you just have to retire from the Tanzy business. And we are getting to that point here. And I know we're not near the end of the year quite yet, got a few months to go, but it's really important to remember how limited and scarce these are. And there are two ways that these can go. They can either go out to you or they go to a museum. They were promised to museums years back anyways when these first arrived to the scene here. There was a certain collection, the very, very top 1%, that were actually reserved for museums. The museums have received very few of those stones because there was such a demand here. That demand carried through beyond when our regular blue wings sold out, beyond that fact. We didn't get a lot of chance to warn you that they were near the end, so what happened was we were done. All the blue wing Block D standards, they were all sold out. We didn't give you a lot of notice of that, so everybody was asking all of a sudden, where are the blue wings? We didn't have any more. We decided it was an interesting and a tough decision to make. We ended up bringing out the museum reserves, have been doing it ever since. And now here we are looking at 1128445, the best of the best. Our 2 carat, look at that. Look what, needs a little cleaning here. It's such a shame that I'd give anything to just have it set up just like this. Just like that. Look what that brilliance gives you there. The true beauty of the stone is looking directly inside of the center of that stone. It's our 269 with a carat in diamonds. Bridge style mounting. Lovely. And now it's going to be a matter of how do we wow you on a Friday night. I have no honest clue, but I know this, great values usually do it. It's what we're all here for. And it's like, well, you're bringing me better materials, so how can you make it more affordable? Oh, how can I? That's a tough one. It's not easy to make jewelry like this affordable in today's era, especially when that mounting costs over $6,000 to make because it's like 4 rings in one. The bridge. But listen, if I start hollowing out and start making jewelry shallow and tinny and lightweight, you're going to call me and go, I don't want that. I don't want that. I already know. Some of us have been shopping together for 2.5 decades. I think I know at this point what you're looking for and what you're not looking for. And what you're not looking for is tinny, hollowed out, lightweight pieces. We're looking for quality. I don't just need quality in my gem. I want quality through and through. You're getting it here. And this stone with the carat and diamonds, I'll tell you what, we got this one listed, well, no surprise, $99.99. Huge value coming your way, white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. You get to decide your favorite gold color, get it made just the way you want it, because shouldn't your favorite Tanzanite be set exactly how you need it? That's the priority. Here's what I'm going to do on this one. 269, 1 carat in diamonds. Oh, what can we do? How about we go absolutely wild? I mean, this is a major mounting, and that's what it's hard to wrap our heads around because, you know, it's a mounting that back in the day I'd do for $3,000, and then it kind of crept up to $4,000, and now it's over $6,000 and the whole thing. I don't care. It's a Friday night, let's party. It's the club, anything goes. I'm not like one of those clubs that leaves everybody out. I include everybody in. I want you in. Let's party on this night. And you can't have a good party without good jewelry. If you go to a good party, trust me, you're putting on your good jewelry. And this is how we just completely blow out the best of the best of the best of the best. I'm not going to do $99.99. Call me early. Here's what it looks like on the hand. Remember, that's our famous bridge. This is where it all began. This was the original. This is the world famous. This is the one that still to this day everybody clamors for and everybody wants, is that bridge right there. Because it's not oversized. I mean, it's definitely, don't get me wrong, it's a larger ring. It's not petite. It's not lightweight, but it's got that beautiful wearable factor to it. It's not oversized. It's not too large. It's not too heavy. And it really does look incredible. By the way, we did have that bracelet earlier. It's still available for one caller to take advantage of. But now looking at that beautiful ring with that substantial museum reserve round, and we'll take it lower than even $49.99. Just the opportunity of a lifetime here. And it's going to be also the time we need to bring it down. Instead of just $4,999, let's put it on the auction block. Let's go crazy on this one. And with that very important mounting, we design it, we make it, we build it, we put the center stone in. Nobody is more intimately familiar with the cost of the piece than we are, because we made it. And I didn't just buy it from a guy and get it from a dealer who got it from a vendor, who got it from a gem dude, who got it from some. No, we make it all here. And it's from stones that nobody else has access to but us. Blue wing, block D, and now you're getting the one set aside for the museum. I tell you, that's an opportunity. And that's what you call specialty shopping. Not everybody has that opportunity. And we will do better than $49.99. We've got to set it up in auction. We haven't done an auction all night, except for one that went real wild in the very first couple of minutes. Now we're going to see what happens on our best of the best in Tanzanite, and it will not be $49.99 or $4 or $35 or $3,000. Starting even less than that for you, going lower than $3,000, we need callers and we need you fast. White gold, yellow gold, or rose gold, it's also going to be your size. It's going to be shipped to your house for free. We welcome a lot of brand new shoppers on what? Mostly Tanzanite. It's mostly the Tanzanite. That's where more people start their shopping here with us than anywhere else. Than even classic white diamonds or yellow diamonds. It's the Tanzanite that is usually how we start our collections. It's going to be a $10 increment. I'm not starting at $3. I know we're busy on the phone lines already. No surprise why. One of our better stones in the rare cut, supposed to be a premium on the rounds, not so much here tonight. What premium? Where's the premium? Show me where the premium is on the cut. There is no premium added to this one at all. And by the way, I don't know if I'm supposed to share this yet, but it looks like my last day of Blue Wings is going to be, and I don't know if I should say this because I don't know how many of you are watching, but tell your friends, tell everybody you know, it looks like our last day of Tanzanite is going to be next week. So I don't know if we're planning a special thing or anything because I don't have hardly anything to show you, but it is a situation. And we know that the holiday season is fast approaching. And sadly, I'm not going to be having Blue Wing Block D Tanzanites for our holiday shoppers this year. And that is, I don't even know if I want to think about it. This is what everyone's been wanting. So let's take a look at it here together. Let's go better than 3,000. Come on down. This is not a time to wait because they're running out. And we always want things after we can't get them anymore. And we're getting very close to that moment in Tanzanite. So here's how you make it happen. And we're going to go less than even 29, 28, 27, 26. This is your moment, and we're going to make it $2,500 to start the bidding. And that will be our 60-second clock to get it going. $2,500 to get our Tanzanite, the one and only of the day, and to get it moving on out of here at just $2,500 when that is a $6,000 plus mounting. But I know we all have those. We remember. We have memories. We remember what, the good old days used to be like. And that's where it's a very big struggle right now. If if it costs more to make, it doesn't mean we can just say, let's just turn around and our customers are going to just accept that. We really do have to make everything an incredible value for you to keep the values rolling the way you know and love us for. Now, I know some of you are probably new to the show, so you don't know. You've been watching for years and years and years. Well, we've got the best deal on Tanzanite. That is a given. There is nobody that's going to touch the quality, but it's also the price tags. So there's a nice little extra. You're getting the best quality, but then it's about so much about this mounting. And I know you can dismiss it all you want. You can say, well, I've seen the bridge and I've seen a carat in diamonds and that's no big deal. But when you realize that it's stacked with a band and width like this, and then a band through the inside, and then 2 more bands around that, and then another big halo in the middle around your Tanzanite, that should not be $2,500, and we have no open, so we'll move right along. We've got our last call on the show, 45 minutes to go on this Friday night. All I have left to show you are 3 things. Mahenge spindle necklace, which is $4,000, so I'm thinking about skipping that. The Paraiba, that's a rubellite, and a golden pearl that's 12 millimeters in size. There's the Paraiba, it's a rubellite. Then we have the golden pearl. You've seen this before. This is a while back, but look at that. That's no small mounting. Look at the size of that golden pearl ring. And then I promised you a blue zircon. So I know you guys had asked for more blue zircons. I've got one here. So I'll show that to you next, and then we got to move. Nobody on this one, $10 increments. I'm going to give it a final 60 seconds because I know we have some callers dialing in right now. Jason, you're on something else from earlier? Sounds good. So it's a live auction, only happening right now, and you do have to open in the next 50 seconds. It's almost blue zircon time. We got a good one coming up, an emerald cut, no less. $6,200 mounting with a $269 museum reserve. That if you're looking at our closest competitor is $500 a carat for, I'm going to say it, really, really light material. I was going to say the U word, but I'm not going to say it. Really, really, really light. You know that. Our closest competitor has light for a grade, and it's $550 a carat. And why would you pay more? Why would you pay more for a lighter quality? Don't do it. And then we've got an enormous 1 carat in diamonds in this bridge. It's like 4. Do you have the open? Yes. Who is it? Lisa. Where's she calling from? Arizona. Wonderful. Lisa has our open, and she is, oh my goodness, she's ready to own the round museum level. Well, tell you what, as we're about to show you a zircon, we are also going to be in last call on our fabulous Tanzanite round that is now going to be, it's going to be our final 2 minutes. We got 1 bid. This sounds and feels a lot like my zero to start open auction in the first hour. And it should not be when it's one of our best. Now, I'm hoping at this point, and I really, really hope this is true. I really sincerely do, because it's going to be gut-wrenching to have to tell people every day on the air that we don't have any more, that they're sold out, that they've gone out to. That's going to be tough. And by the way, when they're at museums, they're not coming back in the time that we're going to be able to bring them back on the air. So that is a fact. So it's not like, well, if they lend it out to a museum, I could always buy it later, maybe when it comes back. That's not a possibility. When they're in the museums, they're going to be long-term contracts, on loan for a long time, long-term exhibits. So it's not like, even if you're thinking, oh, I could always get one back that way, you can go look at them in a museum, but you can't actually get them for sale again. So this is why we ask you to take advantage of it now. And it's going to be I know it's going to be a struggle to really live without Tanzanites. I don't know how we're going to fill that void, to be honest with you. But it is true that there's only a certain limited number. It's a finite amount of material. And obviously a private collection from the beginning. So how do you get more of something that there's only this much of? It's what we've been showing you basically for the last nearly 7 years. We've gotten very used to it, but it's not going to carry on forever. And it's going to be our last 2-minute clock. That's all we can do. Any gold you want, any size you need, and shit for free. So all that extra, 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 we pay for and you don't. All free. So that's nice. And we have now I have a question. Does Lisa have a blue wing yet? Or would this be her very, very first? Because there have been so many that have collected it through the years, that have tried to get different shapes and sizes, so they've got a little something for whatever the mood is that day, or whatever the gift is that's needed for a gemstone jewelry lover as well. This is our last 90 seconds, though, to get you in. Looking for 2510 or more, any gold you want, and a big-time value on this incredible round. Sure, Jason, what request do they have? We can probably figure out what it is. Can work on that for you. And then we got our blue zircon after this, and our final minute now to get you in on that blue wing block D. Nothing better than a round. Some brightness, some powerful reds, and our last chance, last call on this one. Here's the little preview if you want to jump on the phone lines for our big blue zircon emerald cut coming up. Okay, Lisa in Arizona. Looking good. Victor, did you find out if she has one yet? She already have one? Or is this her first? She has one. Collector? Okay, so we've got a collector in the house. I like it. I like it. 2,500 going once. Last chance, last call. Nobody else. Nobody. Wow. 2,500 going twice. 15 seconds and it's yours. This is our last shot. 10 seconds remaining to go. Saving about $4,000 just on the mounting with the stone for free. Where are you shopping for Tanzanite? Who has a better value than that? Not a soul. Congratulations, that is sold. Let's get to our blue zircon in the emerald cut. And item number is 8070. Welcome into Friday night. What's left of it? We've got 40 minutes to go. We're back in the morning. We have some really special color diamond pieces this weekend. So if you're into yellow diamonds, cognac diamonds, orange diamonds, red diamonds, brown diamonds, make sure you're with me tomorrow. We've got yellow diamond earrings this weekend. I have this really, this is what I've been wearing. This is just, hello, cognac diamonds and yellow diamonds together in a designer ring. Wow. So that's going to be coming up this weekend. And here we go with 213 on the emerald cut. Private collection blue zircon, just like we like it. The bright, high-end neon blues. And then lots of diamonds. Lots of diamonds. 76 points in the diamond weight. I'm going to get a box out of tomorrow's stuff so we can start going through Saturday's show. We're going to start selling Saturday's merchandise. It's kind of how we're rolling. Unless you have a request. And Jason, are we working on their request? Is there anything we need to see from yesterday, I understand? Okay. We can always see if it's still here for you. Show it if it is. But here's what I'll do on this blue zircon emerald cut. It is better than, this one's going to go. Somebody's just got to call me. Because I know you know it because it's very distinctive. We see a lot of zircons here, but we don't see a lot of emerald cuts. Now, the color is powerful. The brightness is beautiful. Look at this on the hand because you're going to see what that's all about. That's what we want to see. Those bright emerald cut flashes. This bracelet, by the way, that's going to go before the night is over. You got 39 minutes to shop that bracelet if it's not gone sooner, and look at how easy that is. Flexible style, one size fits all, easy on, easy off. 5 carats plus in diamonds. You can't break the thing. It's 18 karat gold. It's just amazing. So that's here, but this one's gonna, let me tell you, this is a guarantee. This one will go, guaranteed. So if you're already kind of into it, if you like it, if you're interested at all, please dial. Please dial as fast as you can, because all we can do is just sell it out cheap. So what we've been doing all night long. I'll keep that going. Let's keep the hit parade going. And under $2,000, I'm not even doing $19.99. And then get ready. We got Andalusite earrings. Oh my goodness, Andalusites. We have not seen that in a while. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Oh, we got to stop on a 213 blue zircon emerald cut. Absolutely gorgeous. And such a unique style to see. That is not the ordinary color. That is not the ordinary cut, and yet it still glows and shines. And the first caller gets it. Take another $100 off. Make it $13.99, Victor. If you want it, save them all the money. Let's truly blow it out. I've got a ruby and sapphire bracelet in 18 karat gold. Okay, we could do that. Big 18 karat gold bracelet for cheap. We'll do it. We've got everything you need. You just got to guide me a little bit. Tell me what you're looking for. Tell me what you feel like shopping for. Tell me what is the next collector's stone you want to have. Because that's what we need to find out. That's too good to be here at $13.99. Let's give it 30 seconds and see who's got it. And we're even. This one can be switched in the gold color too. If you want yellow or rose, we'll do it as well. What a beautiful opportunity that is. I have a yellow diamond with pearls. One time ever have I seen that combination, and it's this ring. Yeah. I did. It's a golden pearl. I've got it. Yeah, I just flashed it. We'll show it now. You got it. Golden pearl coming up. 13 seconds left on the zircon. Melt it. I'm just thinking right now, I would love to just have all that gold back. Make something really, really special new, but that is so pretty the way it is. I think somebody needs to have that piece. Somebody should be able to enjoy that stone in that cut. Look at that cut. Look what that does. Don't think you miss out on any of the double refraction with the step faceting. You do not. Okay, here is, okay, Victor, this is kind of major, and it's going to do that. I might need to get a paperweight to set this down because it's so, look at this. This is a wide band, but the pearl is so big, it does this. Bink, just bink. It just does that because it's so big. So this one is going to be kind of wild. Now, there are many, many, many rows of gold and diamonds here. And you've got alternating styles here, the beautiful round, and boy, you know, if there's a flaw, I love you guys because you guys love to point out every last detail. You know, natural pearls are going to usually have a flaw of some kind. This one, we are up close and personal, and the point is to show you anything that there is to see about your stone. Is there anything to see here? I know, you'll have to forgive that it's a little top heavy here. It's just the way it's going to be. Now, Victor, is that the one they were talking about? Well, it's item number 112909. It is a, I can't find a flaw in the pearl. What about you guys? You guys are probably watching on a screen much bigger than my own. My own in the studio is very small. It's the kind of screen you'd have like in your bathroom. It's a real small size, like over the tub. Maybe just, you know, you can watch your favorite what have you while you bathe. It's instead, I'm scrutinizing. I can't find a flaw. Cannot find a flaw. It's our 12 millimeter diameter pearl. It's a natural South Sea golden pearl. And that's got that buttery rich color that is like the 14 karat gold, but even maybe turned up a bit, and 43 points in the diamonds. Is that a ring you make in a $3,500 an ounce gold era? Because not usually. Look at the size of this ring on the hand. Substantial, yes. I like that it even almost looks two-tone. Even in the yellow, if you opt for the yellow gold, which is what we're going to do that in, you still get a little bit of that white gold flavor because of the white diamonds and the way they're set. So it really feels like a really special ring with that two-tone, and it looks, I love the cinched middle there because it just shows off the pearl even better. You see this big, bold pearl sitting atop, this more cinched in, almost like reminds me, I'm gonna corset it out today. I got corsets on the skirt, I got corsets on the top, I got corsets. This is like your corset ring. This is like a corset, but less uncomfortable, certainly we know. That is a wide, bold band. Here's the deal. Victor, they know golden pearls. Have they been to Mikimoto lately? Have they seen what's going on with the golden South Sea pearls? Not the dyed, not the treated, not the enhanced. I didn't make that I didn't take out the what's it called? What's the spray paint called? The big spray paint brand. Just spray this plastic blob into this golden color. No, that's how a lot of pearls are made. They're purely faux. They're just coated. They're just, that's all stuff we're not gonna touch around here. We're gonna give you like from the depths of the ocean, dive down deep, get that mollusk, and then open it up to find one of the more natural, organic, remember it's an organic stone when it comes from a living thing, and that is that pearl that just is so unlikely to see anything of this color, and yet what we're gonna do is let it just do its thing. I mean, obviously it's gonna be a little, you know, an odd little top heavy piece here, but we're gonna make sure this one goes, and I'll tell you what, if you know pearls, you already know how pricey they are. You know this is different than the white pearls and even the black pearls and even the pink pearls and the purple pearls, which I think are beautiful. I think pearls have always held a special meaning because I remember, I mean, growing up in Southern California like I have, I remember hanging out a lot at piers by our beaches where, you know, you'd go and they would have these little tiny little, you know, these little clams and mollusks that you would buy, and you would hope that inside they'd give you little tools and they'd let you try to help out and pry open that mollusk, and if you were really lucky, you'd get a little tiny dainty pearl. And then it was so exciting because you've got something that it's just amazing to see that process and know that that happened naturally from the irritant inside the mollusk that usually is, in this case, a grain of sand, that as this mollusk is living its life essentially in the ocean, that little grain of sand enters into the shell, and then its natural reaction is to build that nacre, and it's like an immune defense. Really, it's like, I think the story of how pearls are made naturally are so, I think, really important as life lessons, because, you know, sometimes it is. Sometimes the most positive things that come out of life are things that are sometimes reactions to maybe what were perceived as negative things at first. And it turns out to be things that strengthen us and make us better and make us stronger and make us wiser, and all of those things. That's part of a life experience. And I look at pearls, especially the South Sea varieties that are so rare, and they're much that way, where it's a reaction. This was a foreign object entering into its house, essentially, and its reaction is to make something beautiful out of that irritant. And that's the beauty of a natural pearl and how it comes about. And I just think that is, again, isn't that a wonderful, wonderful thing? And to get the golden pearls that are natural like this, so rare. I can't do $30,000 around here. You'll laugh at me. If I say $30,000, you're going to go, no, that's crazy. It's what they really go for. If you ever get the experience, the opportunity to walk into a high-end retailer and look at golden pearl prices, please do. Please do. Because we make them so pedestrian in pricing. I'm going to start this one. You know what? I'm looking at this price here. Victor, it's as simple as this. It's a $49.99 piece. They're being so patient. So many people don't understand how pearls happen, how pearls start, how they become what they are, and how beautiful and rare and special they are, and why they get the big amount they do. Well, guess what? I'm going to put it on the auction block. I really, really want to get some people on the phone lines here, and everybody should be able to own a golden pearl if possible. So instead of the $4,000 or the $3,000 or even the $2,500 that we could do, I'm not even asking for $2,000 to start. I'm going to start at $1,500. We're going to start at $1,500. Next to nothing for a pearl of that size. We're starting there. And we're going to go up in $100 increments because I'm starting way too low because I'm supposed to get $49.99. True story. That's all there is to it. That's all there is. I can't do any better, and we're going to hope to get a lot of people. We have the open at 15, and we got a couple people verifying right now. I'm so sorry that it sits like this. I mean, it just does, and there's nothing I can do about it except hold it up and wear it. So let me try it on again. We'll show it that way so you can see it here on the hand and how wide, look at that. It's essentially like 8 rows in gold and diamonds coming together, holding up that centerpiece there, which is that 12-millimeter masterpiece. $1,600 has been bid. $1,600 over here. Who's that? I don't even know who our original bidder was. Thank you, though. Thank you to our $1,500 open. Now we have 16. Now it's a true auction. We got an auction. We got a fight going on. We do. Let's take a look at it. And again, it's going to pink. It's going to just kind of lean a little bit. It leans. We are going to be in last call. I got jewelry galore. We got all kinds of fabulous deals, but this is not one you want to miss out on. We're going to give it 2 minutes. I got somebody verifying. We got 2 bidders only on this one, which is a little bit surprising. But hey, this is a Friday night for you. We got about 28 minutes left to go. If there's anything we can find for you, show you again, any request you want to make, now is the time. You've got to do it. It's now or never, because pieces from tonight not going to be shown again and again and again. Got to get in on these deals while they're here. We're at 16. We're looking for 17. Let me give it a last look here. We're going to give it 2 minutes, final clock. That's it. And then we got to go. We got to go because it's crunch time here. And why is my blue zircon emerald cut still here at 13? I mean, my goodness, 13. It's a holiday weekend? No, it's not a holiday weekend. No. I had to think about that for a second. Traffic felt like it was a holiday weekend. And it was so light the last 2 days. It's because we had clouds. Yeah, clouds. Clouds will do it every time. Everyone stays home in the city when there's clouds. There were clouds for 2 days. It's like, oh no, we can't bear to go outside. 1,600, looking for 17, 90 seconds to go. Looks like we're verifying 17. I just got to hold it here. This one, it just looks so odd when it's doing that, but here it is. That's a testament to how wide that band is, but it's going to taper in the back. Just, oh, look at the way, I mean, why not? Let's look at the inside and how that pearl is situated there, how it sits really nicely. It's beautifully secured. I mean, this is what's challenging. You don't do prongs around a pearl. Can you imagine how odd that would look if you had a big old, like, it'd have to be, you remember those, did anybody go to the arcade as a kid? Or like the pizza parlor? And the favorite was always the claw machine, you know, the like little, you know, push toys and little games and little other assorted things, and you'd put your coin in and you'd try to grab something and pick it up. You would need essentially that big claw to hold on to a pearl this size. So that's why we don't sit them that way. We actually instead secure them by drilling that pearl into that mounting so it's super secure, because I know it looks like it's just floating or teetering or balancing up there. It's not. It's super secure, but I love that. Did you think about that? What other stones are set without prongs where it just looks like it's balancing on its own on your hand? Do we have $1,700? Do we? It looks like we've got $1,700 now. We do, 17. And I'm in the last 10 seconds of the auction. So it's going to be 17 going once. Yep, hang in there. It's a delay. We upgraded the bid. There's the clock still running. 10 seconds more to go till we make it official. I'll see if we have 1,800. Doesn't look like we do. So 17 going once. 17 twice. It is sold. Congratulations. That one is gone. Well done. Okay, here's a quick bracelet. Why not? Bracelet, 18 karat gold. Suddenly, those two things don't usually come together. Not lately. Here we are. Item number is 1128,901. It's patriotic too. It's got rubies and sapphires and diamonds as well. Red, white, and blue. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it could be. I'm thinking that way. It's 18 karat solid gold. Again, little surprise there. Why upgrade? We did. And then it goes from one link to another. And is this not one of the coolest, most designer links you've ever seen? It's like a link within a link. You've got the crisscross X design over what looks almost like a figure eight style. So it's a really intricate link design. And then let's go back to what's really the center of your bracelet. It is not measured, so let me do that real quick. Instead of estimating it, let me go ahead and get you an exact measurement, and we will tell you that it is exactly 7 inches. So that's the good news. Let's show it on. May not be fair to put it next to the Serpentine style, but there it is. So 2 rubies, 3 sapphires, each flanked with diamonds. One great value coming your way on a 7-inch gold style, and again, it's 18K. I'll show it up close again. And it'll be a lobster claw. So let me show you your 2 end caps here. One end, and the other is that oversized lobster claw clasp and closure. So there you go. And this is what it's going to look like. And of course, all that hinging done. So it's not just one like stationary, stiff style. It's going to be beautiful on, feel great on, because of the way it just kind of morphs to the skin, really follows the lines of the wrist, and all that done in the 18 karat. Now notice you're getting 64 points in the rubies, 90 points in your sapphires, because there are 3, and then 26 points in the diamonds that look like little semicircles, or I don't know, Ferragamo ripoffs. I mean, it really does look like Ferragamo, but it's going to be, I don't say that lightly. They don't do a lot of fine jewelry. They're mostly like accessories, belts, I mean, obviously clothing, belts, things like that, shoes. They put their hardware, you know, every designer has their logo. So that looks a lot like their hardware. But and I don't think they do fine jewelry as far as I know. But here's what I'm going to offer for you. A first caller situation on a $59.99 bracelet with 23 minutes left to go. Let's make it $1,999. $19.99 for an 18 karat yellow gold bracelet. And then there are stones in it as well. That's a bit surprising, a bit shocking when you think about rubies, sapphires, diamonds, all that intricate link of that style done the way that's done. And then $19.99 as far as a price tag doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But if everything made sense around here, we wouldn't be TVON. If everything was market value, we would not be who we are. This is how you get the value. And that is going to be, I just have to flash this very quickly because I mentioned yellow diamond and pearl, and we don't see that combination very often. Here's what it looks like. Wow, that's quite the yellow diamond. And somebody's going to own it because pearl diamonds. I always think of it in birthstone terms here because when I see unusual combinations, I tend to think that way. It's April and it's June and they're together in gold, but 8835 happening right now. This is our 18 karat gold band. It's got that really unique, it's like two bands, but what they do is they carved out the middle, recessed that so you could set the pearls essentially down into the band and think of it like a groove. And then you've got that big east-west set oval stone. Bezel. This is really fine. It's really good. And it's 18 karat, you can tell by the color. Very rich, very saturated. And it also has the 4 millimeter. Interesting, these are South Sea white pearls. We think of South Seas usually as big jumbo sizes. Those are actually South Sea pearls, but 4 millimeters each. And they got some rock star color, don't they? They're not like this barely there white color. You know, pearls are usually just white or ivory. They have the pinks and the blues and the purples and the aqua tones, just like they're iridescent. That's when a good pearl. That's when you know you got a high quality pearl. 4 of them, all set in a band. That is a big 101 yellow diamond, VS of course, and it's east-west set. You know what, if anybody wants this one, look at how pretty this is. Perfectly set. Oh, I love that. It's just different. You could watch 1,000,001 jewelry shows and never see anything like that. How do I know? Because I've done about 1,000,001 jewelry shows. Never seen that combination before. This ring. How lovely is that? And again, you got the last call on this bracelet. Don't let this one be melted down at the end of the night. That 5 carats plus in diamonds, all in that serpentine style, in all that. Think of all the 18 karat gold. We probably had more 18 karat gold in this show tonight than any given show we've done. And that's been a treat. And this ring is going down below $79.99, should be priced. Let's take it much lower. Perfectly anchors with those pearls, those 2 pearls on each side. Really sets it up perfectly even on the hand. It's almost bookending it at the right place, like the pearls aren't getting in the way when you put your fingers together, nothing like that. It will be, oh, this is the ultimate blowout. And that's a lot of 18 karat. We don't usually do our yellow diamonds in 18 karat gold. And I think it was really necessary here because of the color saturation of that yellow diamond. It was more of a necessity to put that in the yellow gold, so that it can have that richness to match the diamond because the diamond is so strong in saturation. Does that make sense? It would look odd if you used a yellow gold in 14K because you would see a difference in the color. And now we paired up, it just took the best of both worlds. Best of the best in yellow diamond saturation paired up with the best of the best in the yellow gold. So you get that higher purity, you get the really good color in the yellow, everyone's happy, it's at that highest level you can get. And everything about it is perfection. And it's under $5,000. It's one of our bigger yellow diamonds, certainly. And we've got this great value, better than $79, better than $4,900. We're going to recap the blue zircon. So it is coming. And then a couple other pieces are going to be shown before we go. 19 minutes left in the broadcast. We see you right back here in the morning. So don't worry, you don't need to go too long without your jewelry fix because we are right back with you Friday night into Saturday morning. So that's going to be exciting. And do we ever have a crazy cool Saturday show for you? But this one, not $4,000. I'm taking everything rock bottom. It's not 39, nor is it 38. Only one of its kind. The pearls, the yellow, perfectly together. Who would like to have it? It's not even 38 or 37 or 36 or 35. And for a yellow diamond on its own, where are you getting that deal? It's $3,499 just to put the cherry on top. So that's going to be $34.99. Only one caller on that designer piece. And that will be it on the yellow diamond pearl combination, the only one like it. We're going to do some recaps here for the rest of the night. We've got about now 18 minutes to go. If you have any specifics, anything you'd like to see, anything we can bring out from the inventory, if there is something you are longing to have, got to let us know now what it is so we can show it to you. And you know what? I do have a big ruby highway ring. The highway rings have been so requested. I think that's probably because nobody can afford them anymore, except for here. So let me show you a ruby highway design before we go that you haven't seen yet tonight. It's 4299. Wow. There's a Burma, and this one's almost a carat and a half. Carat 42, I'm always amazed. Now this actually, you know, highway rings usually are a bit chaotic. They usually have no rhyme or reason or no actual symmetry to them. This does. if you actually separate, if your eye can look at the diamonds versus the gold, you see it's the same design but going the opposite direction, right? So see how it's essentially, think of it like two V's that are going to overlap and go either direction over each other. So that's really, this highway ring seems to make a little more sense, where sometimes they go all over the place and there's wider and more narrow bands. This really makes sense. Now, it's a huge ruby. It's Burma. It's a carat 42, which is a really big size, and it's still glowing blue, and then it's got the 35 points in the diamonds and a whole lot of 14 karat in that gold, and we have one piece. Well, we can say goodbye to this one in a hurry. Oh, wait a minute. Is that what I think it is? Hold on. I've never seen this hallmark inside of a ring here, but that sure looks like that. Okay. I don't want to say for sure because we don't usually have this designer, but it sure looks like, yeah. Have y'all heard of Effie? One of the more expensive styles out there. That's what that logo definitely looks like. Okay, well, a designer piece. It's weird. I've shown this many, many times. I've never noticed that. Never noticed that designer hallmark. Well, good news. I can guarantee you it's not the retail price that it would be. We had this listed at $4,999. We're going to take that a mile away. Call me early. I know every time we have a designer piece, they go. And sometimes it's an unintentional designer piece. This is, wow, I'll tell you, this is going to be good. Call me early. I know there's going to be a number of people on the phone lines. Let me try it on here real quick again. And I don't think you need to go up in size much. Don't forget about that bracelet. That bracelet's got to go before the night is over. That bracelet needs to go. This bracelet right here, did that for $79.99. You can own it, and look how easy on, easy off. That's one size fits most because of the flexibility and the expandability of that design. So look at that. So the ruby, under 2. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. We got to go in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, 1,500 sounds like a good deal. I'll make it even better. One only. Call me early. If you're not calling early, you will miss out. Look at that. That's how it's finished on the inside. Still wider through the back. If you're between ring sizes, I would go up. Go up to the higher of what you wear if you tend to fall between 2 ring sizes. If you don't, go normal, go true to size. Let's make it better than 1,500. $14.99. Even better on a carat and a half ruby. Does not happen. And you do have the white rhodium underneath where the white diamonds are, which is why it says white gold with yellow gold up there. Why it's two-tone? Because you have your white rhodium and your yellow gold together, and we're making it $1,399. Let's say goodbye to that one. And did you, Jason, pick up something from the show? Gotcha. Okay, what was it real quick? Just so I don't show it. Ooh, that's a good one. Did you say blue wing? Yeah. Okay, so I do have a blue wing to show you that I haven't shown you tonight because I kind of went into tomorrow's inventory. And then, by the way, this blue zircon was also $13.99. So there are 2 $13.99 deals that maybe you don't like the price. If you're superstitious, time to be a little stitious because it's not a big deal here, okay? If you don't like the number 13, just understand that gives you a big value. So we got to embrace the number 13 right now, and that's $13.99 for those 2 rings. So whether you want the ruby or if you want the blue zircon, those are the times and the moments to get them because they should not be here. They are the same price, $13.99. Who wants what? Ruby's gone. Congratulations. Now here comes the blue zircon. Item number 112870. On that blue zircon, it's also $13.99. Our ruby has found its home, and now we have our 2 karat 13 private collection blue zircon. That looks fabulous, does it not? And that's going to be one of our recaps here to do here at the end of the show. We still have, I got this bangle. This bangle has the 539 in diamonds in 18 karat gold. Seen a lot of 18 karat gold tonight. Keep shopping. Oh, we got to show you I meant to show this a long time ago. The color change Sphene. Still believe this is the best one we've had ever, all time. Is this octagonal cut, looks like a round, it's the octagon. Oh my goodness, look at this stone. This is not gonna stay here. No, 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 it can't. It's the bridge. It's the bridge with the 238. It's 9291. Call me on that zircon emerald cut, let me know. That blue zircon, $13.99, best deal ever. And here is the Madagascar color change. 238. It is a big size. These are not stones that come in big sizes very often. And you have the special 1 carat diamond bridge. This is the same diamond bridge we saw with the Tanzanite, so we're well versed on the price that mounting should be at this point, aren't we? That was a $6,200 mounting. I say was because, well, it is. It just isn't when I'm assigning it a better price. So you get a big discount from here. It's an octagon cut. It is a perfect color because sometimes they get too dark. Sometimes they get way too dark or green, and then you're not seeing all the beautiful brilliance, the reds, the yellows, the blues, the purples, all the brilliance. That stone has it. It's not included. It's not nicked. There's no issues with this stone. And this is a stone. Be a little bit cautious where you wear it. If you're going to your boxing class, please don't put on this ring. Just wear it when you wear your fine Victor. Do you box? Do you do that? Yeah. Like, it's a great workout, right? It's a great workout. But just leave your Sphene at home that day, okay? Here's what I'm going to do. It's any gold you want. It was here in the beginning of the show. Some of you were not. It also means that a lot of people are probably thinking about it still because they've already had some time to peruse the collection, think about what we've had, pick out their favorite piece of the show tonight. Here's how we make this color change Sphene even better. And it's going to be $3,299. So it also has now the big affordable price tag to go with the best. I think that's the best stone we've seen. I really do. There was a pendant we brought out by request that's also still here, but I really think that it's really all about this stone. The clarity of that stone, the color, and of course the fact it does change color from green to red, which is going to be something I can't show you in one light. I can only show you if I had incandescent light, which I don't. So it just, again, full color change from green to red, but the brilliance never goes anywhere. And $32.99 for one of our utmost collectibles is right there. Now here's what it looks like on the hand from a distance away, because that brilliance isn't going anywhere. That brilliance stays true. See that? Dazzling. So with the darker stones from further away, they're going to look a little too dark. That's not the issue here. The issue is it doesn't have a home at one of the better values we've seen on really what I believe is the best sourced stone we've had. And it's a specialty cut as well. So $32.99, one caller gets it. Look what that's doing. And we have now 10 minutes to go in our Friday night. So what would you like to see one more time? Are you thinking about this bracelet with the 5 carats and a half almost in diamonds? That is a somewhat, again, easy to wear, easy to manipulate. I mean, look at that. You put it however you want. If you want the little, I mean, it's really meant to be this way. They want the tail flaring out. It's that serpentine style. It's that diamond. Look at that. That's so easy to put on, so comfortable to wear. It's going to really just be form-fitted to your wrist, and yet any size virtually. I would say any size outside the really teeny sizes, wear that bracelet, okay? We're going to show that Sphene again up close. That should not still be here at $32.99. There it is one more time. Great chance to pick it up in a true octagon cutting. Love that. It's still got all the fire of a round, but just a little bit more unusual and unique from the sides. That outside border just a little bit different in the way that's designed and cut. So it really just adds something special. Also, there's a really good recap here on I still want to show you this heart shape in the yellow zircon. It's such a beauty. We also have our color change Diaspore pendant here as well. And then actually, if anybody would like a blue-green Paraiba, I have one that's a little more affordable, or we could show you nothing but diamonds in a band of platinum. That could be exciting. Nothing but diamonds, 46 points, but a lot of platinum here. And look at that, bigger diamonds as well, lining the top and bottom. In the center, all the bigger stones are bezel set. It's 112-7436, and hey, you haven't seen this tonight. We are ready to blow it out. Call me on the Sphene and the bridge. That is not going to stick around. And you know what? The biggest, I will say, the biggest response we get from one show to another is Friday night into Saturday morning. Listen, we know Friday night's a popular night to go out. A lot of people are out and about, really kicking off the weekend, however they like to do. I've got to say, as we arrive on Saturday morning early before our show gets kicked off at 10 a.m., because obviously it'd be lovely to just show up at 10, but we're all here, you know, well, not all, but we're here early. And there are so many pieces that go from Friday night into Saturday morning that by the time we all start our show at 10 a.m. on our Saturday morning, pieces are gone. And this is where you're getting the first chance. So don't wait, because I can't tell you how many times I'm sitting here on a Saturday morning and hearing pieces go out from Friday night from people who just missed the show live and are reviewing it, and they're getting in on pieces that are left over. You need to make sure if you're ready to shop something now, get it now. You always have that inspection period once you get it at home. You've got a money back guarantee. So that's important too. So just get it home and see what it's all about before somebody else does, because then you know you're not going to get a second chance. And here we are with our 46 points. In the diamonds, this lattice work in platinum. I want to try it on because part of the beauty is that cutout detailing you're getting, yet it's going to be heavy, but it sits low profile. That is the kind of way we're not seeing jewelry made like that anymore, whether it's gold, platinum, or you know what, even sterling silver. I have watched jewelers that have spent 35 years making sterling silver, and they've now abandoned it and they're going to stainless steel instead. They have literally, they're not making sterling silver jewelry anymore, because even sterling silver is too expensive. So it's, again, the world of fine jewelry is kind of like becoming non-existent because, I'm sorry, but stainless steel is not a precious metal. It's just not. If so, can you imagine what your refrigerator would be worth? Or your oven, or your stove, or your, I don't know, pick an appliance. Can you imagine if stainless steel was a precious metal, how much those appliances would cost? This is why it's not. And so stainless steel is not going to be any kind of base metal. It's not going to be considered fine jewelry. It really starts with the metal. I work with a lot of great jewelers. Some are secondary marketplaces, consignments and things. And I will tell you, they won't accept anything in sterling silver. Even sterling silver is not considered fine typically, or high jewelry. So there's really, again, there's very little existing anymore. And that's kind of the point, is we are staying true to values despite having that platinum and gold that we love, that is the highest end. And we're going to make this ring, you know what, we've got very little time, 5 minutes to go. I'll take this $39.99 platinum and diamond piece and make it $1,009. You know what, skip 19, skip 15, skip 14. Let's make it $13.99. Do it again. Huge value there for the big, big, big diamond and platinum ring. Of course, your 5 bigger round brilliants. The rest are all done on the sides, around that squared off detail, and really beautiful cutouts there as well at $1,399. Congratulations. Hey, if you picked up anything tonight, congratulations. A sincere, true congratulations from me to you. If you have purchased anything from this 3-hour show, there have been values that just cannot be. That's coming up this weekend, Donna. Thank you for asking. She said you were wearing something that was, what was that? Yellow diamonds and cognac diamonds. It actually is going to be, I don't know, honestly, if it's Saturday or Sunday, because I don't have any pricing on it yet or any schedule on it yet. So I don't honestly know if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. I know I've got many fancy colored diamond pieces throughout the weekend. I cannot honestly tell you if it's Saturday or Sunday on that ring, but I know one way you can find out. Tune in tomorrow and I'll be able to let you know. So that's the best way to give you an option there. But I certainly will, Donna. You got it. And I don't have anything. That's what I'm working on tonight. Still got to work on that pricing and see if we can bring that down to a really nice price. So yeah, but it's going to be over a carat in diamonds, and it's all different fancy colors. So not a white diamond in it. So it's really exciting, yellow gold only, but I will do that, Donna. All right. So coming up next, we've got, I have to recap this. I mean, I have a lot of jewelry I could recap, but this is the one I think you need to see again. The mint, Tourmaline, Asher cut. Item number is 1129,295. Stays in the 14 karat white gold. It's the Asher cut carat 86, bigger baguette diamonds, and there are 45 points of those. And we only have one. And a reminder, it is down to $19.99 in that solid white gold. And don't forget, if you have any questions, color change, Sphene, you know what else I have is another Tanzanite round. This is fun, kind of funny because we had somebody miss out on the round in the auction. I understand that one went out. So we do have another round here. This is the only other round I could find. It's an older piece, meaning it's done in a different era of gold. So yes, for those of you that were saying, did you sell the round? The answer is yes, the round is gone from earlier. So let me just give this a quick look. It's actually 1123882. And that'll be my 114. So still a good size stone. 114 round. And then it's got this wider band that is it's very voluptuous. It feels very feminine. It's got a wide bold band with mirror finishing, 52 points in diamonds run right down the middle. You've got the halo complementary to the stone as well. And that is a one only. It does stay in the white gold, which we tend to love our Tanzanites in the white gold, and you see all the red flashes that has. We've got about 2 minutes, okay? So this is gonna be a quick deal. Got to send it out. $39.99. Yeah, right. Not on this Friday night. We got to move this one, and it's our last call on the show. 2 minutes and a half to go. We'll see you in the morning, 10 a.m. Pacific, noon Central Time, and 1 p.m. Eastern, okay? So please join me. We've got a crazy good weekend ahead of jewelry, that's for sure. But this will not be 39 or 29 or 19. We got to go in 2 minutes. Let me try it on so you know what to expect with this size. This ring is large. It is definitely a bolder style. I could see you getting this one even if you have a 4 or a 5 carat Tanzanite and adding this to the mix, since there have been very few Tanzanites that are 1 carat in size in our entire tenure having them. And yet this is not even $19.99. Blowout time has arrived. It's been really going on for hours. We're going to get this one home if it's the last thing we do, and yep, it will be the last thing we do tonight until we see you in the morning 14 hours from now. Big jewelry party commencing Saturday and Sunday mornings, both daytime shows. This will be better than $1,500. We have 90 seconds to go. Here's your chance. Get the round. It's our last. This is it. And it's not 15 or 14 or let's just do it. $13.99. Make it a final call. And then we've got some options here still available. If you have any questions on anything you've seen, you know what to do. You call us now, get them before they're gone in the morning, before the broadcast even begins. And this is your chance to pick them up and get whatever you like. And that's our first look at that one. But so many of you missed out on the round we had earlier. So pleased to be able to bring you one more option in the carat 14 size. Still a good size, has all the red flashes. Isn't that remarkable? Sometimes you got to go to the bigger sizes to get a lot of saturation or neon, to get a lot of the red. Not here. It's happening. It's in a 114, but you're still getting all of that really great saturated neon, which is what is the hallmark. It is really the headline of this Blue Wing Block D material. And you're getting it for $13.99 with 30 seconds to go. Thank you again so much for watching and shopping tonight. We appreciate y'all being here on this Friday evening. It was lovely to kick off our weekend together. We continue our weekend shopping tomorrow at 10. So I look forward to seeing you at 10 a.m. That's again 10 a.m. Pacific, noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. I will see you for 3 big hours Saturday and Sunday. Looking forward to it. Have a great rest of your Friday night and enjoy. And thank you again. And call us if you have any questions. We're here for a couple minutes. And I'm Lauren Blair. And thanks so much from all of us at TVON. Good night. See you in the morning.